Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the men's room. It's the Pop Culture Corner. It's finally Friday, and we're here to boogie. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. With me, as always, is my buddy Tommy Gunn.
Hey,
That was
how's everybody going tonight?
That was so low energy.
Yeah, dude, you were popping right there, Seth, and Tommy just killed
I was rolling, buddy. I was hyped. I'm gonna start having to call on somebody else second.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch!
You was so high up, dude. I was like, "Hey, man, let's roll."
Burn.
Yeah, we getting it on, and Tommy's like,
I got the looks. That's why I'm here.
Tommy's like, hey.
Tommy's he's in shock because he just saw, season 2, episode 2 of The Boys. So, his brain's not functioning properly today.
Yeah.
That man holding his wieners, super fan Adam Shawhan.
Giggity goo. How we doing, ladies, gentlemen, and wiener dogs of all kind are listening and watching right now, being very happy and quiet, amazingly.
Oh, David Applegate says, good day. Good
Hey,
Good
Good day, mate.
Good day. Practicing my Australian. Father of nines down below in the dark.
Hello. No
Man.
crickets tonight.
Man, I
Good
know.
goal for that.
I know. It's weird, man. I don't
feels
like it.
great out here.
Yeah, it does. I rode home with the windows open. I don't like how it stays darker in the morning,
Yeah.
And then
Wait till daylight saving times hit that.
oh my
We're
god.
getting dark at 5.
Yeah, it sucks. And then last but not least is the channel dad.
Hello.
See, he topped me.
Mm-hmm.
He topped
Yeah,
me.
he did.
This is called years of experience.
Prime, the prime mover might be joining late. I'm not sure. He said he was going to be on time, but you never can tell with him.
Yep.
Well, shit happens.
I know.
Yeah, that's the problem with old men. You just can't rely on them.
I'm just glad to be back after 2 weeks off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What you been up to? I know you went out of town.
Well, one weekend we didn't have no kids, so the wife was like, "You're not going on your show tonight."
Oh,
And then, last
Shoot,
week,
So what I'm
There,
hearing is
white
the
music.
YouTube movement is what happened, eh?
that's right. And then last weekend we only had 2 older kids, and I'm one of them guys that if I see my bank account, I have a little money, I'm going out of town. So we went to Gettysburg and did some historian stuff and some ghost hunting.
Oh, yeah, I saw the pictures. Those are cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Get any footage?
No, we didn't see nothing this time or even hear anything. Usually we do, at least think we hear something, but this time it was dead silent. Well, actually, there was a bunch of teenagers and college kids there for some reason, just hooping and hollering the whole time, so you couldn't even really enjoy it at night like you normally could.
Mm,
Damn heathens.
Yeah.
bunch of heathens.
Weren't even hooping and hollering for the right reasons.
That's right. We did see a good protest. They had Trump supporters on one side of the town square and whatever you want to call them.
Non-supporters.
Yeah, on
And
the other
Queef.
side.
Communist bastards.
Yeah,
And
we ate
Queefa.
dinner. We ate dinner right on the restaurant, right on the corner, and just enjoyed ourselves. They're a bunch of
Right.
idiots. I mean, they're your normal non-Trump supporting women, half hair shaved, wearing overalls and
How many different color hairs did you
military boots. Oh, Jesus. It was horrible. But it was,
It was
fun.
horrible.
I mean,
That is the correct
it was-
answer, man. That is.
they were-
It was horrible.
They were so scared of the Trump supporters. It was just, and the Trump supporters were being polite. When they were saying their side, they would listen. But as soon as one of the Trump supporters would try to speak, it was just, they would just start yelling and screaming. It was horrible. Entertaining, but horrible.
Sad state of affairs.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2020, yo.
So, what's been going on this week? Anything notable?
Been binging the boys all week. It's great.
Binging the boys.
About time you boys caught up with us.
Ah, man, I'm hooked.
Binging the boys.
Yeah, I went and looked. Apparently, I have watched in, I guess, 20 minutes into episode 2 of the first season.
Mm.
That's
Wow.
it. Huh?
Doing big things, huh?
Well, I I will sit and suffer through it for you guys. I'll put it that way.
Well, I was the same way.
Suffer.
I watched episode 1 and I just wasn't into it. But as the season goes on, man, it's great. It
Channel
gets
Dad,
good.
you've watched worse.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure.
Really?
I watched.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I watched the Rise of Skywalker first showing opening night.
Dude,
But
that's the last time I've been in a movie theater is the Rise of Skywalker. That sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's I think the last time before then was when but yeah, I think the last 2 times I've been in a movie theater, World Class was paying because we went and saw it chapter 2.
Yep.
When everyone fell asleep.
I remember that. Oh, yeah.
I look over and they're all
I watched
gone.
the Addams Family animated version with my daughter. First time for her to go to the movie theater.
Well, that's cool.
And I just don't like the fact that the characters didn't look like the ones in the movie.
Yeah,
That.
I didn't like Gomez.
Yeah.
I didn't like the whole movie, to be honest with you.
It didn't feel like the Addams Family.
No, it was quite strange.
It's like watching Scooby-Doo now. My little grandson watches Scooby-Doo, and it's like, this is horrible. This is nothing like what we grew up with.
Are you talking about the new movie Scooby-Doo?
No, the new cartoon series.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
what's
new
new
movie
Scooby-Doo?
isn't terrible.
Yeah.
The
movie's
it was
terrible?
fun. The movie?
Yeah.
I said it isn't terrible.
Oh, it isn't terrible. Okay, I have to watch it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the original like show opening?
Yeah, where they're all
Like,
kind of running. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. They have reshot that and re-edited it all up to make it fit, but it's pretty much frame by frame that same opening.
Awesome.
The characters act a little different than what they used to. But not
Yeah,
much.
Velma was cringeworthy.
Yeah.
She was all it started out in Halloween. They're like, "Who are you supposed to be?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm Ruth Bader Ginsburg."
No.
And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be like that, huh?"
Now, is this a live action or a new animated?
New animated.
New animated.
It's a good ending, though. It's a good ending.
Mhm.
It
It was really cool. Mark
was,
Wahlberg's in it.
the movie was all about friendship.
Yeah. So it's definitely worth seeing. I mean, I've got it on Vudu. So.
Woohoo!
Woo. Mm.
I love that voodoo, baby.
Yeah. I had a kid and you'd be stuck on the couch, not able to move with a sleeping baby and need to change to a movie or something. And streaming was super nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't buy things strictly for Vudu. I buy
DVDs.
the copy with the digital copy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I want to
Because
have
they're smart.
I want to have a physical copy. I hate digital stuff.
Like, I like it and I hate it at the same time. As you said, with the kid being on you and whatnot, you're able to flip through a lot quicker. But I like having a physical copy because what happens when they say, okay, we're no longer carrying this anymore? And then if you only bought it. Because, I mean, you got to remember, man, like Vudu, fine. But before Vudu, my mind just went blank, and I'm sorry, but we had something before Vudu that ate up what it was. And then now you've got the Movies Anywhere, which ties a lot of stuff together. But at the end of the day, I still like having my physical copy. I can respect the idea of digital, so you don't have all these movies, like if you're a college student in your first place and you got a studio size apartment, you're not going to have as much room as like those of us that have houses and whatnot, and us old fuckers that we all are. But I still prefer having, like I said, my full copy hard giggity, because that's the way that it works, man. No matter what, we can go put it in there, because digitally they can go in there and say, hey, we don't like this part, like they did with Splash, and replace it. Or
put it in.
They've been changing where we've got the actual DVD/Blu-ray.
Yeah, put it in.
Change and alter those.
Stick it in.
Kids would never understand how, when we were younger, we had to rush to the TV just
Between
to make sure we caught the show on time and not miss anything.
Yeah.
Never know that feeling of your sister or brother yelling, "It's back on!"
Yeah.
Right?
Or
Those
y'all
running to
fighting
the
over
bathroom to
the
hurry up and piss so that
show
you
and
can make
the
it back in time. Hell yeah.
Hey, I'll tell y'all a funny little story. We was talking about old phones this week, and I was telling my kids how we would have to lay on the floor while you were on the phone because it was on the wall, and they were like, "Why would you put your cell phone on the wall?" It's like, yeah, it didn't work that way. It wasn't a cell
That's
phone.
so funny.
Or the really long cords, like some
That's
people
what-
have, you could literally
that's what
almost
we was
go to
talking about,
another
yeah.
room.
Oh,
We used
dude,
to lay in the hallway and talk on the phone to people as,
my grandma has one of those in her kitchen, and she'll get it and then probably walk, I think it's like 20 feet. She'll pick up the phone, go 20 feet over and sit down at the kitchen counter and talk. And if you go through there, you got to like duck underneath the cord. It's so funny. I'm like,
Yeah.
Mama, just get a cordless phone. And when you hang it up, like the thing's down on the ground, like dragging the floor and everything.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Then when you walk by, it hit it, makes that noise.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's like Comcast. We got Comcast over here, and they'll always say, "You want phone service with that?"
Who wants phone service anymore?
That's like getting a a phone book.
Right.
Well, with Cox, you got to get it. It's cheaper if you get the phone with it. We have
Is it?
one, and I don't even know the phone number, bro. I don't think it's ever rang, but for someone trying to
still-
sell me car insurance.
Still, I only remember one phone number, and that was the phone number we had when I was a little kid.
That's
Yeah, I can still
hilarious,
remember
man.
mine. Yeah.
That is hilarious. You got a landline.
Yeah. It was like $20 cheaper to get the landline. For
Good.
the,
That's
to
when
get
you
the-
start prank calling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
When it rings, everybody just looks at each other like, what the hell is that?
I'm surprised nobody like calls it to get somebody to move so then they can go sit down in the chair.
Yeah. I have to remember that one.
Yeah. Make a move.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could call other people because it's not going to register on their cell phone who it is,
No.
and you could really prank somebody. Because
Like I said,
nowadays, everybody's got your number and name.
we have a cordless hook to it, and I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even remember seeing the handset for it forever. It's just there. We just, it was just cheaper to. At the time, the package was cheaper to have the phone with it, so it was like, okay, I'll say $20.
But that's
Save money?
That's absolutely
Cheaper?
crazy.
Hell yeah.
It's cheaper to have a phone that you don't need.
Yeah.
So like
With Cox, when I
can't-
called to get Gigablast, which is their high internet service, and cable, it was cheaper to get. It was like, and I'm throwing a ballpark. I don't even know what it is because my wife pays the bills. But it was like $200 to get the internet and the TV. If you added the phone, it was like $180.
golly.
Yeah.
We've got Comcast and I don't have any TV or I don't have no TV or home phone.
Well, we're talking of ditching our cable because nobody uses it.
No. We
At
ditched
all.
it.
Nobody
Ow.
uses the cable at all.
No.
Well, the phone is kind of like mailing. No one really mails much anymore.
Not unless it's
Like
a
it's
bill.
a dying job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ditched cable and got Sling.
Yeah, I think we're going with YouTube TV.
Okay.
Yeah, we did the free 7-day trial and I enjoyed it.
Cool. I've never messed with it, so I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it was easy, friendly, user friendly. Kids can use it. That was the big thing. Yeah.
What kind of stations did it offer?
Everything,
Really?
I'm talking. Everything I have on cable is on YouTube TV.
Dang.
It's what it seemed like. All my channels that I watch are on it. So I mean,
AMC?
yeah, AMC's on it because of Walking Dead. Yeah,
Oh, good. Huh. How much is that a month?
64.
Ugh. Sling. Okay. Well,
Sling is the cheaper
Fix-
one, but I think Sling has everything I wanted to. I just enjoyed YouTube TV better,
yeah.
and it has more
Wait,
sports channels on YouTube
$64 a
TV.
month?
Yeah,
But see, all right. So we were paying $220 a month for cable and internet,
yeah.
and It was
If I
like
got a phone,
ridiculous.
it'd have been 200.
It was ridiculous. So we took off cable and bumped the internet, and now we pay right around $100.
Yeah, see, that's what it's $100 just to keep the Gigablast, which again is the high internet. And
Now,
go ahead, Tommy.
what internet do you have, Seth? Cox, right? I mean,
No.
Comcast.
Comcast, same
Yeah.
as you.
Okay, go to Boost Mobile. I'm serious about this. They
What?
give you the exact same tower that says Comcast, but you only pay $45 a month,
Really?
and it's 300 megabytes per second.
Is that for internet?
Yes, and you pay as you go. Like every month, you go there, you go in there, and you pay $45. That's it, no tax.
Hmm.
My
That's
buddy
weird.
did it because he called Comcast and got internet, and he canceled it because he's paying $125. Went to Boost, got the same internet, but for $45.
Damn, I pay $29.99.
Holy crap!
Good Lord.
Who do you have?
Xfinity, Comcast.
Yeah, see, it's funny is Seth and Tommy live one county over or one town over, and they're Comcast. But where I live, it's all you can't get Comcast. It's all Cox.
Let's see, you get 500 megabytes per second. I mean, that's good. Your upload speed is what really counts because you can run on 100 megabytes per second just fine.
I know with Cox, the Gigablast that we got, both PlayStations and Xbox
39.7.
And we can have all four
Really
TVs hooked to the internet, and everybody's phones hooked to the internet, and it doesn't even slow it down.
Yeah, well, see, I tell you how much megabytes. If you have 10 megabytes per second, you can play gaming live, like with other people.
Right.
Just 10 megabytes, but that's only one device.
Oh man, all the phones in the house, tablet, computer, couple Alexas, and that's still my internet.
You let the
Okay.
government listen to you.
So I probably got all of
Probably.
you because we've got baby monitors that we keep on the dogs that are Wi-Fi. Then you've got my phone, the wife's phone, 3 iPads, not to mention all the smart TVs. And this is the starter package from Comcast, mind you, because it used to be $19.99. Well, now it's $25. They won't give you the $19.90 because I just tell them, look, I'm not paying for your shit. I'll go get something cheaper. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll go turn my data on my phone to unlimited and pay an extra $30 for that and just use my phone to do everything that I do through your shitty internet, even though I don't have any issues with it. And so, of course, they usually will bend the knee to the customer and go, oh, okay. I had that starter pack for the last 3 years because I refused to upgrade and get anything else. They're like, well, what do you do with it? And I'm like, I send emails. Well, who do you send emails to? Say this guy called the Appalachian American. You know, but yeah, I mean, literally, that's what I tell them. I was like, I send emails.
You want to know what's really funny about Appalachian American? So during this whole COVID situation, when you have to order your food and then you have to go pick it up and then whatever.
Yeah.
We ordered through a Mexican joint and paid through the Google Pay setup.
Yeah.
So we get down there and we're like, what's the name? And I tell them my name, Seth Scott. And he said, okay, just a second. They go in, take about a minute or so, come back out, and they don't have anything with them. They're like, are you sure that you have paid? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, what'd you order? Throw them what they ordered. They went back in, come back out, and had a couple tickets in their hand and was like, is this you? Like, are any of these you? And on one of the tickets, I saw the Appalachian American. When I changed the name on there, it changed the name through the whole account. And since I used that account for personal life, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that's me. I'm sorry.
No, that's awesome.
Did you use Honey?
Huh?
Did you use honey?
What are you talking about?
It's
Okay.
a deal thing, yeah, where they automatically, if there's a coupon out there, they'll automatically,
automatically
add it to
applies
it.
it to
Yeah,
it.
you don't even have to look it up; it just applies.
No.
It's great.
Yeah. Do you got Google Chrome?
Yeah.
It's an attachment to it. And when you go to the website and you order your food, you hit buy, it changes the price. It finds the coupon and changes it for you.
Huh.
Some people get like sometimes half their meal off, like price wise.
Dang. That's
It's
good.
not just for that. You can order from the grocery store where they have the pickups now. You get
Yeah.
half your order off.
So,
I'm not sponsored by Honey, by the way.
oh, okay, well, good. In other news, did you guys see where our beloved president said
Yes.
said the word?
He's being a potty mouth.
Huh?
Before we get to that, does
They
everybody
would
need to say?
understand? You know,
Do what? Wait, one
that's just
person.
so that these new age kids will understand
Yeah.
that Daddy's talking.
Daddy's talking.
Daddy's home.
He got something to say.
Daddy's
I-
home. Daddy's
I-
talking, bitches. Shut the fuck up and listen to what Daddy has to say. You know.
Yep. He's
Well, he
awesome.
did say he felt 20 years younger.
Yeah. Kevin
Maybe showing.
Sorbo. Kevin Sorbo definitely has it. You know Kevin Sorbo from
Hercules.
Hercules. That's right.
Yeah.
President Trump drops the F-bomb on a live interview, and all the media's focus on how unpresidential it is. Raise your hand if you don't give a F. Right? And retweet.
Did he do that today on Limbaugh's show?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's my president.
Limbaugh didn't even
President, not
react to
president.
it, though. That was a great
Right,
part.
he just skipped
sat there.
over. But I will say, I was speaking with my grandma today because she was the one that told me that he was going to be on Limbaugh. And I asked her, I was like, well, what do did you listen? She said, yeah. I said, well, did you hear what Trump said? And she was like, what? And I said, well, apparently he dropped the F-bomb. She was like, no, he didn't. So I'm not wondering if they did it through a commercial.
Right.
Mm.
Oh.
And the media's just running with it because nobody else. My mom listened to it. She said she didn't hear it. Everybody was talking about how they didn't hear it. So
I had it in my radio, and when I was driving today,
Yeah.
and I didn't hear it.
the only thing that I can think of is that they just
Maybe it was just them talking off.
right.
Yeah.
Not another hot mic incident.
He's on TV tonight on Fox. He's got
He's
an
in
interview
Florida?
tonight. He's talking to Tucker Carlson.
Oh yeah. Lindsey Graham is tested positive for COVID.
Well,
My
that's
kids
why-
go to school. We have 6 positive cases right now.
they've taken those tests and
Same time, like it's just an upper respiratory infection.
they have swiped fruit that has tested positive for COVID. At this point, the test. Yeah. Well, did you see? I saw this in the UK, and I can't remember if it was Arizona or New Mexico, but they got a bunch. They had 2 different types of tests, test equipment that was the quick test that they were using in their nursing homes and things. And they did a review of it and discovered they were getting 60% false positives. So the governor said, "Yank them." We're not using them, and they're all made in
that's been going
China.
on since day one. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all hear about the Jewish community in New York City?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Funny, they don't.
Oh, they are going absolutely crazy.
Why?
They're protesting everything, taking their mask off, burning them, because they closed all the churches down. They won't let them go to
Temples.
church.
Synagogue.
Yeah, all the temples.
Synagogues. Yeah.
Yeah, synagogue.
Yeah, well, and then they're trying to have some celebration, some religious festival, and the police are trying to sweep them out of the streets. And
Yeah, the governor is forcing them to not protest. How's that ironic? They're not allowed to protest.
I like it.
So no, I think the more we can see that, the more people are going to start to understand that this is
Bullshit.
You know, the way we've handled this is 100% medically wrong. The way Sweden handled it is 100% medically right.
Well, I was thinking about it today. Okay, if a cloth gets wet, what happens to it? Starts mildewing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
accumulates crap.
Accumulates bacteria because of the moisture.
Mhm.
And you're breathing that in every time you take a breath.
Yeah, that's why
People
you're
are
supposed to
getting
wash it.
strep throat because they're wearing a mask.
Oh, they're getting worse than that. They're
Mhm.
getting
Yeah.
bacterial. They're getting bacterial respiratory infections that are putting them in the ICU that are far deadlier than COVID.
Yep.
So
Who's the smart one now?
it's insane. And the more people that see it, it's insane, the better.
I see a blue glowing light.
Oh, it's my vape.
Look like ET phone home.
ET's phoning home, yo.
Yeah.
I thought that was out your window.
I had to quit smoking, so I moved to vape. Well, I went to the gum, then I got addicted to the gum. So now
I'm trying to.
I'm doing these non-tobacco, no nicotine, I mean, vapes, the Mr. Fogs.
If you try these, you get 2 different flavors.
Well, this has like 20. I'm using peach, apple, strawberry.
Oh, no, you don't fill these.
Okay.
It comes with 2 different flavors.
Oh,
so you don't get
one.
bored.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you puff on this side, you get blue raspberry, and then this one's lush ice.
Ah.
For fuck's sake.
Anybody see Seth on TikTok? Y'all know
Man,
Seth on TikTok?
You heard his
My
alarm
wife
go
said that
off.
to me. I had to look twice.
That's so funny.
There's that dude that looks like Seth's brother on TikTok. My wife sent it to. I'm not on TikTok. She is. She sent it to me and says, "Is that Seth?" I had to look real close. Some guy twerking.
Lordy
Sorry, Seth. I had to
didn't
bring that up.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's not me though. I don't.
No, it's definitely not
I
you.
don't dance like that.
Nah,
I would bring it up, but I don't know. I don't know where it's at.
that's all right.
Oh. What'd you think of that video I sent you, Seth?
I couldn't watch it. None of your TikTok videos come in good.
I said I can send it to my computer, but it never sends it to you.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had to get rid of TikTok because I was addicted to that shit. It's funnier than hell.
Oh,
then
yeah.
when you start getting a 14-year-olds twerking on your page, it's like, yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah.
But the only thing I like is you can go live. Like someone could go live that you like on YouTube, but they'll do it on TikTok. And when you ask them a question, they'll answer it.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
pay to get them to answer it.
Yeah. No, it's cool for the kids. I mean, I enjoyed it. It's just there was some of it where you started feeling creepy for watching. I was like, it's time to go. There should be a 12 to 18 range that you should be able to use that thing right now.
Right. But then again, it falls back to where the fuck are the parents that are letting the kids do the shit in the first place?
My kids have TikTok, and I told my daughters, if I see you on TikTok doing that shit, I will choke slam you.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that is above and beyond disgusting. But there's a lot of funny content on there. There's a lot of funny dudes on there. But it's too much. Again, it's turning into something I don't think it was meant to be. Maybe it was, but
I just got an email from Prime Mover.
You're moving again?
He's at the vet.
oh shit.
One of their doggies fell and have injured their leg.
Oh no.
And they're finishing up. Should be out of there soon. Poor doggo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I share a clip
Yeah.
that I sent you? All right,
Depends on what it is.
You don't play no
It's
music.
got a machine. It's got a fully automatic Gatling gun.
Oh.
Well, machine gun.
anybody else have a freedom boner? Fucking America. Yeah.
Wow.
Because Seth sent me to a good place, and we've been looking at guns, and this place he sent me to, man, they were like half the price of everywhere else. We got the white
there's a
9mm.
There's a place near the Salem, the movie theater in
Is that a
Salem.
physical place or a website?
It's a physical place here in Roanoke.
Oh, okay.
There's a place in Salem that sells it, and you buy you buy piece by piece if you want to make the AR-15s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And I'm something 13. I can't remember the name, but I went like a month ago. I need to take you, Seth. You'd like it.
Yeah, we need to go down there.
Well, I'm headed to Safe Side to shoot tomorrow if you want to join.
My dad made 3.
You had to make a reservation, so we made one for 4.
Okay.
And my wife got her the nice purple 9mm she wants to shoot.
Oh, she didn't get one to match her Jeep?
Nah.
What kind did you get?
I think it's an off brand. I don't know the name. It's SGGH or something like that. But it's purple. It's purple and it's pretty and it shoots. So that's what she wants.
Purple, pretty, and shit.
Yeah.
Was it 9mm?
Yeah, I went to get her a 22 to carry in her purse, and she was like, "No, I want that one." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, my wife and I did our CCW class last Saturday.
Yeah, she signed up for next Friday.
Is it SCCY?
SCCY, thank you.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Those are good guns.
And it's fully automatic.
Still stuck on my revolver.
Well, not fully automatic, but
Semi.
Yeah.
Is it a single action or double action, or is it a mixed trigger? Or
that's single action.
They're single.
Right there. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine that he bought his wife one, but it's the teal.
Yeah.
They love it. I've never shot one, but I've never heard a bad review from it.
Well, the guy said it had a low kick for her, and it fits her hand perfect.
Yeah.
So we're going to take it tomorrow and pop off some rounds.
Yeah. My wife, we went with the Taurus G2C 9mm because it fit her hand a lot better.
We looked at a Taurus.
I like the Taurus because I like the way I've got big hands, so I don't want a skinny body. Now, is that a single stack or is it a double stack?
Single stack.
Okay. See, the Taurus is double stack, a little bit wider, more firm of a grip.
Okay.
And
this even came with a red dot sight. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like the Judge.
And I mean,
I'm all about my revolvers.
We looked at something like that, like the teal one you're talking about, that matched the color of her Jeep. But and it was like $450 at some of these shops, and we went down there and only paid $290.
Yeah, he's Doomsday Tactical, man. They're a great group of guys, and they care about they care about giving you a gun experience than they do trying to make a.
What I liked about it is the first thing he asked my wife and me is, "Have you shot a gun before?" And I'm me growing up in West Virginia. I never shot a handgun. It's always been rifles. I said I've never shot a handgun. She grew up with her dad. He's got 50 guns hidden in his house, so she knew how to shoot.
Allegedly.
But she knows how to shoot a handgun. So he was like, he was asking us questions that made you feel better about buying the gun from him instead of just handing you the gun. Give me your card. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Now, Seth actually found a great deal on the 12 gauge.
Oh, dude, yes. Safe Side Tactical had it's called a car. It's a Turkish brand shotgun. And it's called the Churchill.
Did you ever get to shoot it yet?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find right here. That's it right there, man. That thing is
wow.
How much you pay for it?
$220.
Really?
Yeah. If you can find them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I went down and told the guy down there, I was like, hey, I'm looking for this gun. Would you let me know when they come in stock? And he took my name and number, and it was about 3 months. He called me, said, hey, we got 3 of them in. We're closed right now, but, we'll be open at 10 o'clock in the morning. I said, I'll see you at 10 o'clock. Went down there at 10 o'clock, bought 2 of them. Well, I knew my buddy was going to come in and buy. My buddy Wayne, who he's been on the podcast a few times, he was going to come down and he was going to get one too, but they sold out before he got his.
Oh,
yeah.
Now, is that the same place that does the axe throwing?
Yes.
I wonder how that is.
Fun.
Have you done it?
Yeah. When we went down there to get them shotguns, I had to wait for my dad's background check. Mine went through fine because I don't have any kind of background. But I had to wait for his. And so while I heard them in there throwing, and the guys that were working in there were just bored, killing time, throwing axes. And so when I peeked around the corner, they were like, hey man, come on in here, throw a couple axes. And so they wouldn't let me leave until I sunk an axe.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So they were like, here's your free lesson. So
it make you feel like a man.
It was cool. It was definitely cool. But
feel like a man.
Feel like a man.
Now you're a man. A manly man. Now you're a man.
Man needs to know how to throw an axe.
An M-A-N, man. Hey, have you guys ever seen the movie Orgasmo?
Yeah.
That's what that song's off of.
Yeah.
It's from the creators of South Park.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie.
Oh, you can definitely tell too.
Oh yeah. He's a Mormon guy, and he's like calls his wife or calls his girlfriend check in. He's like, Jesus and I love you. All right, Jesus and I love you too. Goodbye. Click.
That's the same feel as basketball. Ain't that what it's called?
Yeah. Where they invent the game and it turns into a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love movies. Me and my wife have been in an old movie kick recently. Just watching anything like pre-2000.
Talking about movies, we need to vote today on what Halloween watch party we're going to start next week.
Yeah. We have 3 Friday nights until Halloween.
The last night we're dressing up as characters from movies, and you got to guess what character we are.
Yeah. All the dress up. It'd be a good time.
Oh yeah.
But no, seriously though, it would be cool to do a watch. We could do some scary movie watch parties.
Sounds good.
Anybody got any anyone?
Yeah, any of y'all have any?
Y'all ever watch it's Hell House. It's like a documentary style film. You know, it's fictional, but it's a documentary style film that follows these people who are opening a haunted house in a real haunted house. And there's 3 of them now, 3 movies, but the first one's pretty good.
Oh gosh.
Well, since we're on the subject of scary Halloween movies, what was the biggest scary movie letdown? Mine was Drag Me to Hell.
It Chapter 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jason versus Freddy.
I mean, it had some good moments. It got a little cartoonish at the end of the fight.
Yeah. I liked it, Chapter 2.
I didn't think it was bad. There was parts of it that was kind of meh.
I didn't like the alien part.
No, I didn't like that.
I like the giant spider part.
I like the old lady with the big old boobs.
Dude, wasn't that freaky?
Yeah, it was. When you're in the theater, man, that would crack.
Oh my gosh.
I put my wife in front of me at the theater.
No, I don't. That scared the crap out of me, dude.
Yeah, when she come marching around that boom, 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 boom.
I was like,
Yeah.
we watched the first one, and that was rough.
I have to watch it, but I can't watch it with my wife. She don't like clowns, so
Yeah.
she won't watch it.
Dude, that was rough, dude. So rough. What about like Halloween?
I enjoyed the newer ones.
Did
The
you?
one that, I enjoyed the Rob Zombie one.
Yeah.
Because, growing up watching Halloween, I kind of like to see the backstory of it a little bit. That's why I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie gets a lot of like crap. People dump
Yeah.
on it.
I enjoyed it though.
I liked it. I've got it somewhere.
Yeah.
What's that one Trick or Treat? It like
With the little
takes all the
pumpkin
little
head guy.
bitty stories and makes a movie out of it, like all the
Yeah.
razor blade and the apple kind of deal and stuff like that.
Oh, I ain't seen that one.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
and
seen
it's got one about Red Riding Hood, but it's like 5 different movies in one movie.
I've seen something like that, but it's got like the devil kidnaps somebody and uses his devil outfit to go around and cause trouble, or a little demon or whatever it was. And
This
then,
one it looked like a child with a pumpkin head.
yeah,
I've
seen like the cover of the movie for it.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
No, Pumpkinhead's a different one. That's the big.
I know what he said.
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead. I said like Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead's that big sumbitch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Try and carve me, motherfucker.
But it's like your traditional Halloween movie. A Halloween
Urban legend Halloween.
urban legend.
Yeah. I ain't seen that one.
And it's a better movie than people give it credit. Like, no one knows about it. I was like, it was a Halloween movie,
When I was
but no one really knows
when
about
I
it.
was a kid, the scariest thing to watch in
You
Halloween
got Krampus.
was,
I got tired of Krampus real quick.
yeah. But the scariest thing for
Krampus.
us when we was kid was Halloween was
Krampus.
watching Unsolved Mystery Ghost Stories with that dude in a creepy voice. When I hear his voice today, I start thinking about when I was a kid and getting scared.
Let's see.
Well, if we can get what's his name on from Fear of the Talking Dead, Podcasting Dead, we can
Yeah.
watch the zombie movie. One of them.
Well, do you guys have let's see. I'm
Has
trying
anybody? Go ahead, Seth. I'm sorry.
to think like what streaming services and stuff that we all have.
If we all have Amazon, we can do a watch party.
Yeah, I got Amazon.
Well,
I
even
got
if
Amazon.
not, we can still always do like through here or Discord.
I don't have a Discord.
That better. You've got plenty of old StreamYards.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do
Yeah,
that.
remember how you did that? Do 2 StreamYards, and one's playing the movie, and one we're all on.
Yep.
Can we do that?
Yeah, I've done it before. So, like, for example, how we're live now, if I created a secondary one, even if it would be one of the older ones, and then you can share that link for people to watch the movie and play the movie on that. That way they can watch along with us and see what we're seeing.
And you won't have to worry about synchronizing the show.
So just like, even if it's through, if Tommy goes through Amazon Plus and he puts it up and does a screen share, and as long as it's the right tab and then shares that out, everybody can click on it, see it, watch it, all that kind of jazz.
Nifty.
Did anybody watch the new Walking Dead that came out? Or
Yes.
Well, I saw which one, like the new one, because I saw that
the new series?
Yeah, I saw that before.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one yet.
Is it any good?
World Beyond.
Yeah,
World Beyond. I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody that cared for it.
Yeah, and I told you that. I told you guys that last week because I saw it 3 days prior to it being in the U.S. because I got hookups allegedly.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were talking about it, and I was talking with my buddy Justin from the Podcasting Dead, and he said that He was like, yeah. I told him that you said that you'd already seen it and you didn't like it. And he was like, oh, crap. So then they got in there and he was just like, oh, this sucks. They did a review on it.
I mean, it's literally one of those. It's just more of a, teenage. These are, years after whatever it seems to be, and who knows? It could get better. I'm not anticipating it getting better. It's kind of like, I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't even seen the new season of The Walking Dead. I mean, the last season I saw was the last one on Netflix. After everybody got their heads basically put on a pike, that was it.
Yeah, that's the last season I watched.
Yeah.
See, I put in private chat, Seth. I'm in 2 SteamYards right now. I could share the movie with one.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be on the other. Like, you could still talk and hear me the whole time, and I was on another SteamYard.
Yeah, because you don't have to log into the other one. You just play it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, cool. All right, dude.
Yeah, I just put it in the private chat, too. You could do it and just send it through.
Yeah, that's what I was going to show you. I was
copy
going to be like, right now.
Yeah.
All right, there's that. All right, because I was in the process of setting one up to show them just to be a smart ass. Because there we go, share audio.
See? And we could watch it from here.
But literally, like right here, I'm watching Comic Book Men, and if you click on it, you should be able to jump. You don't even got to log in. You just click on that link. Once you go in, you'll be able to see and hear everything.
That sounds awesome. It's all like echoey. Oh crap! I missed Chris. Chris Wick said good night.
Good night, Chris.
Good night, guys. Or Chris.
Oh my gosh, dude, we gotta get off this because it's going nuts. I'm hearing crazy.
Perfect.
That must have been comments that I shared. Did I share a comment on here?
Yeah.
I got so confused.
There's too much happening.
It's too much.
So now we can watch any movie that is on Disney, Netflix, Amazon,
The
Hulu.
one thing though is when I try to share something through screen share,
Yeah.
it would never play.
What, on Netflix?
No, through StreamYard. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Remember
I can do it.
remember we tried to play South Park like last week?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was
that was-
we went through to do the watch party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We logged
went
into
through the watch party.
that. That wasn't, you know what I mean?
Well, I tried to share it on here first.
Oh,
And the audio came through, but not the picture.
yeah. Maybe that was just because it was through that thing, though.
I don't know.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Hey, so speaking of Walking Dead, did you guys see that the Walking Dead Deluxe is coming out now?
Yeah, I saw it on Podcasting Dead.
Yeah, dude. I'm torn. I haven't added it to my comic box. I don't know if I want it or not. Do I want to get into collecting 193 issues?
Now, what is The Walking Dead Deluxe?
All right. So The Walking Dead ran from like 2003 until like a couple months ago. And it ended with issue 193. Well, The Walking Dead the Walking Dead's always been in black and white. Like, they never did a color issue. They would do like colored comic covers and stuff,
but never did the actual comic, right?
Yeah, the actual comic. So The Walking Dead Deluxe is they redid everything and put it in color. And it's like you're getting issue 1.
Why do I feel like it's just going to be a bunch of red papers with words on it?
Yeah.
Because all the blood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't
I
know.
mean, you
think
know,
part
you
of the
could get your
comic
key
book.
ones. You could get like the number ones, the number 100 when Negan cracks fucking, Glenn's skull open and shit. There are some key issues, but I mean, it's going to depend. How much are they going to charge per issue? How big of a pain in the ass is it going to be with COVID for us to get our shit?
Yeah.
$3.99.
I kind of enjoyed the comic books being in black and white. That was kind of the lore of reading that comic book to me.
Right. See, I've got the compendiums. I never was able to collect single issues.
Right.
So I have all 4 compendiums of 193 issues just in that. So I don't really have. I've never
the individual.
collected that.
You're right.
Yeah. Let's see. You can't see. There's too much crap.
So basically, they're trying to make money by just adding color.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
new
plan
thing
all
is,
along.
though, it'll be the same issue with the modern day comics. You go back to an original number 1, and it's worth a lot of money, but that's because they didn't print very many. How many of these new number 1s are they going to print? 1 billion? You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you're doing it just for you, I say yeah. If you're doing it to collect, to make money, I don't think it's going to be that sought after of a collectible 10 years down the line because of it being probably, I'm assuming it's going to be mass produced.
Yeah. Because there's nerds out there like me. It's going to probably end up buying it.
Plus, it's a lot bigger now.
Yeah. They're plus all these people who've never read the comic, now that the show's going to end, will probably go out and start buying the comic to see, so they'll see that colored one, not know there was a black and white one.
But I'm wondering if a lot of them haven't already seen the show due to, all the the season finales that we've had up till now. Because I mean, it's been running for a minute.
Yeah.
So
Like, it'd be cool if they added an extra page at the end that went to detail on something.
Right.
Of each comic. Like just an extra page talking about little details they left out of the other comic.
Well, I think
Then I
it's
can
going to be
understand.
complicated in the aspect of coloring it. I mean, you've got the black and white print, sure. Then you got to go in and add all the color. And like you said, what are the pages just all going to be red from all the blood and shit? So it could be rather interesting to see what they do from the black and white to the color by all means. Like I said, as a fan, and if you've got the money, sure. In the storage space, yeah, sure, by all means. But don't do it on the aspect of thinking I'm going to pick this up now and flip it in 5 years, because then you run into the same situation that people have had from comics from the 90s because there were so many of them mass produced that they're not worth anything.
Now, is number 1 worth something?
The original is, yeah.
$2,399
For one?
Yep.
for issue number 1.
Okay, I don't have issue number 1. I have the one that has 4 books in it. You know what I'm talking about?
That's a volume.
Yeah, that's
okay,
a
I have
volume.
the volume. Okay.
When Walking Dead first
someone's
came
got
out,
that
it was
in their
issue by
closet.
issue. We didn't have omnibuses or any of this other kind of stuff, or omnibus, however you want to say it. You had to buy it issue by issue, and there was such a small run of it.
Wow.
It's kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They didn't overproduce it. There was X amount made. That was it. That's why Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 fetches what it fetches now, just like The Walking Dead. Same thing. The original comic will fetch a lot of money because they didn't make, 100,000 of them. They made, we'll say 100,000 versus 500,000. I don't know what the exact number is. I'm sure you can Google it and find out, but they made way less of them back then than what they did later down the line. And it wasn't really a comic that took off because it was black and white. You know what I mean? It was really something you had to know, have had picked it up, kind of read through it, and been something that you kind of liked in this time frame.
Here's the Negan Lives. It's a one-off book. It's going for $80, but this is the silver variant.
Right.
All right, you see right? Well, crap. See where it says Negan Lives?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is the letters are written in a foil color.
Okay.
All right, so that's silver, and that's the $80 one. There's one that's you could the normal one was red, which I've got 2 issues of that. Nice. I bought 2, one to bag up and one to read.
Smart man.
And then because I mean there was only a one-time run thing. They're not gonna rerun that story. So like what they made is what they've got.
Yep.
So I bought 2 issues. They have a gold copy and then they have a silver copy. But when I went to look at them, I asked the lady at the comic book store, I was like, so what's the price for them? She said $300 for the gold. I was like, take a hike, dude. No way.
Wow.
Oh, that is
Now
ridiculous.
Negan Lives. That's a side edition, right? It doesn't follow this. Yeah.
No. I mean, it's part of the comic story.
Okay.
But see, let's see.
You can read it with it. You don't have to read it to get the story.
No,
Okay.
you do.
You
Well,
do?
like any comic, you have to read it to get the story.
It's a follow up.
But it's a follow.
Okay.
It's a continuation of his story. It's basically his origin story.
Okay.
See,
Kind of like the Rise of the Governor book.
Yes.
Okay.
Kinda. It's not a. I mean, it's this. I forget where at in the comics, but there's a point where kind of Negan just kind of wanders off,
Right.
and like he just kind of goes away, and you don't really see him anymore. And so once what?
You're Neganless.
Yeah. So once the comic ends, everybody was kind of like, whatever happened to Negan? Like, what's the deal? So that's why they came back with that one shot comic.
Okay. See, I never got that far in the show to see whatever happened to Negan. Did he just walk off in the show?
Oh, he's still on the show.
Is he still on the show?
Yeah.
Is he like part of the group now?
Yeah.
Oh shit. See, I gotta catch up.
Where you at?
Wait, he's part of the group now?
Yeah.
See, that's why I quit right
I
after
need to
that
catch
season.
up
They
then.
smashed when he smashed Glenn's head in. I watched that season, and then I've kind of been spotty through the seasons. You know, I caught like the battle with I caught the battle afterwards a little bit and the hilltop
Did
and all
they
that.
make
But
him the hero?
I don't necessarily want to say that he's the hero.
He's not the nice guy, is he?
No, but I mean he's good.
Is he like the
Sucks.
Deadpool version? Like he's not good, but he's not bad.
No, it's bad. I mean, he's still Negan.
Yeah.
At the end
He
of the
always,
day,
he always had
he's,
an infatuation with Carl.
he's the hero that this world deserves.
Right.
Oh.
He really is. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, man, I was so like, I don't know how I feel about you, but he really won me over.
Oh, he played Negan perfectly, dude. I mean, to me, in that season I saw him, he did great.
Oh yeah.
What season was that? Season 8? No. 6? Where he smashes Glenn's head in?
I can't even remember.
That was he smashed Glenn's head in.
That was the first
episode 1 of season 7.
7, okay. Because I
You
know that
met him at the end of season 6.
yeah, because in between 6 and 7, that was like the greatest cliffhanger of any television show.
Oh,
Dude, it made so many people
Then
mad.
2-shot JR, you know.
Who died?
It made
Yeah.
so many people mad. You spent 7 months like pissed.
I swear to God, it was a redheaded dude. I jumped up and down. It was a redhead. What was his name? Military guy.
Abraham.
Yeah, Abraham. I swear.
I mean,
to
he
God
did
was
get
him.
it.
Yeah,
And if it hadn't been for Daryl, Glenn would still be alive.
right. Fucking Daryl.
Damn you,
Y'all ain't caught up, but otherwise I would tell you that.
No, go
Well,
ahead.
well-
I don't care about spoilers.
I
They
don't care about
mind.
spoiler alerts.
Oh,
So
well,
I'll still watch it. Be like,
Beta-
did Seth lie to me?
Beta got killed this past recent episode. It was the season finale that should have been aired back in April.
Who's Beta?
Oh.
Beta, all right, Beta's with the Whisperers.
Okay, I know who the Whisperers are from the comic.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right, well, like it's
So
set
that's
up.
following the comic then, where Negan kills them both.
Yeah,
Huh?
where Negan kills the Beta and Alpha, right?
Yeah, Negan kills Alpha.
Okay, yeah, in the
Right.
comic.
Well, then they go to like have another fight, and he goes to like beat up Beta. And in the comic, Dwight throws him the Lucille,
Right.
and like he's reunited with Lucille and just beats the brakes off of Beta.
Really?
I mean, beats the crap
Well, in
out
the
of
comics, he leaves
Yeah.
a puddle.
him. Beats the crap out of him, and then breaks Lucille over Beta's back.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
just beats the brakes.
Is that what he
off
does
of
in
her.
the show?
No.
Okay.
He comes walking around the corner and he's like, "Hey, a-hole," and Beta turns around and all of a sudden Daryl comes over and just kills him. I'm like, what in the what?
Like you're waiting for the comic book smashing, and then what the hell?
I just want a Beta and Negan fight. Like, just give me like a couple minutes of them fighting, a couple of witty one-liners, and then because Daryl wasn't even in the comic books, but it wasn't even Negan that killed Beta like in the comics. So I'm not saying that I wanted Beta to be killed by Negan. I just wanted them to fight.
Right.
Because in the comic book, they were relatively they were Beta was still big, but Negan was a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so stupid. Made me so mad.
I got to catch up. I haven't read the last few books either, so I know how it ends though because I googled that shit once I found out it was in.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is that gave me Walking Dead is different than other shows. It'll make you fall in love with a character. You really want to see this character succeed, and all of a sudden they kill him.
Yeah, like the dude that drove the trailer. The dude that drove the trailer, when he died, I cried. I love that dude. He was like the moral compass of the group.
Who?
The old guy?
Oh,
in the show that drove the Herschel. No, not Herschel.
No, you're talking about the one that drove the RV at the beginning.
Yeah, the one that drove the RV.
Dale.
Dale. Now, he has a relationship with the bitch
Andrea.
from the movie. Andrea, yeah.
He has a relationship with Andrea and Amy at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And they were raising someone else's kids.
He was a pimp. He was a troll-looking pimp.
When they killed him in the show, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, you know what happened, don't you?
What's that?
All right, so the guy that played Dale, Frank Darabont was the showrunner in the first 2 seasons. That's why the show really got a good kick right off the get, is because they had a really good showrunner. And when they fired Frank Darabont, the guy that played Dale was really good friends with him. So when he got fired, he was like, I don't want to be on the show anymore. I'm going to go with him. And so then they wrote the story to kill him off. And then when it came to the day of the shooting, he was like, I changed my mind. I don't want to be off the show. And they were like, sorry, man, it's kind of too late.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So sometimes they do. Some people want off the show, and so they'll write them certain ways.
Right.
What is the blue variant?
Well, see, what always got me is when I was reading it and stuff long before, since it's now ended, I always just figured that this was the story of, through, granted, we're reading it, seeing everything, but mainly because of, Lizzie. I always figured it was from his son's eyes, Carl. That's who,
like a retelling of it.
Yeah. We're hearing everything, we're seeing everything through his eyes, and that he would be, future Rick. And then when they did the show and they killed him off, I kind of felt bad for the actor because he just bought a house and all that. And it's like, oh yeah, by the way, fuck you, you're dead. Get out of here, kid.
Oh, dude, that made me so mad. God, it made me so mad.
Yeah, my mom was into it then, and when they killed him, she called me crying. I was crying. I was like, I can't believe they killed him.
That was the dumbest decision.
Yeah.
So stupid. But yeah.
I mean, I felt it's like, man, they could have just killed him off when he got shot in the head.
Yeah.
Right.
They could have killed him off when he got shot in the gut.
Right.
See, it's been so long since I watched it. I know Rick left I still don't know why, but I've always just said,
He-
well, I'll end up where
he
I'll
left.
watch it.
He left because Carl got killed off.
Right. Now I seen that episode where they're in the sewer or whatever
Yeah.
with and they're telling him goodbye.
Yeah.
Well,
But he left his daughter and everything, right?
huh?
He left his daughter and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I got to catch up. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, dude. All right. So like the reason why Andrew Lincoln left the show, not like the reason why Rick left,
Right.
was because he felt that with Carl gone, and Carl was the main. Carl and Lori were like his two driving forces.
Right. That was the whole premise of the show was him in the comic was him coming back to find them, save them,
Right.
keep them alive.
Right. And so now that both of them are off the show, he was like, what's Rick Grimes's like driving passion? There's nothing.
Yeah. Wasn't he banging Michonne too?
Yep.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he was supposed to be Andrea.
Right.
So, but she
In
got killed.
comic, it's Andrea, right?
Huh?
Comic who is Michonne's dating or is banging
Ezekiel.
No, before him it was the other guy.
Morgan.
Thank you.
And Tyrese.
Yeah. There's a lot of banging in that show, man, in comics.
It really is. I let my mom borrow the first compendium. She read it for a day and brought it back and was like, no thanks.
This is porn, Seth.
Yeah. Carol was a floozy.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wish they switched her with Andrea.
Right.
Yeah, because she was always in the comic, the quiet, laid back one, not still the meek woman, right? And then Andrea was always that big, strong woman,
Yeah, she was tough. Well, I mean, in the beginning she wasn't, but like she got really tough towards the end.
But I'm so glad they killed that bitch off in the movie or in the show.
Yeah. Well, it was just Lori Holden.
Yeah.
I mean, well, and I can't even accuse it being of her.
It's the way she played that role and what she did in that role.
It was the writers. The writers made her out to be that. Now, but I was watching Fantastic Four the other day, the 2005 one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they Ben Grimm first changes into the Thing, and he goes to his wife and like she doesn't want nothing to do with him?
Right.
That's the same chick, Lori Holden. So she's a butthole in The Walking Dead, and she's a butthole in Fantastic Four, and she just plays a really good butthole in everything she plays.
Well, in my opinion, when everybody
butthole, we know who to hire.
Yeah, everybody in that movie, when what's his name started playing the Punisher, after he got, I'm like, no, that's still, he's still the Walking Dead guy to me.
No, dude, he was made for that.
The only good part of Shane dying was the fact that he went and did the Punisher.
And you still don't know who the dad is. That's what gets me. You still don't know if it was Rick
dude,
or
they know who it is.
Do they?
Yeah, because
Rick was in the coma.
Huh?
Rick was in the coma.
Well, no, but I'm saying on Rick's final episode, Andrew Lincoln's final episode.
Yep.
He's having like flashbacks where he's talking to like certain people that have died along the way, and they're kind of like motivating him to keep on going. Well, there's a scene where like Rick is in the car with Shane, in the police car with Shane. Let me see if I can find this clip because it's just so good.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I don't know if I can find the actual clip, but I can find the. Yeah, here. Let's see. Right there. All right, that looks to be like from season 1, but you can see how Rick looks like he's on death's doorknob. What's that?
Share the screen.
That's my airplane taking off next door.
Oh, I didn't share the screen. Hang on. Actually, I'm just gonna play the clip because I think I found it. Let's see. Hang on. Add Stupid
Make them
ad.
smile.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, was that Kirby?
What?
That pink thing.
I don't know. Where you at?
Damn, cowboy.
Yeah,
You look like shit.
I love it.
What is this? What is this? Come on, Rick. Look around. You know what this is.
From season 1.
Oh, those the idiots we were chasing? Attaboy. Dispatch said there was 2 suspects, right? Oh, yes, there was.
See, he's
Third
like
man.
dying,
He's
but
I'm looking for my family. Oh, is that what you're doing?
yeah,
Looking for your family, huh? Well,
covered in blood.
that's not entirely true. One could argue it's my family you're looking for, right? How is my baby girl, by the way? In my eyes, doesn't she? She hasn't got your nose. Good thing she's in my ears, man. You're such an asshole. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am the asshole.
I love it.
Same as you, really. Oh, you think I'm an asshole? I don't think a thing, man. I know you're an asshole. I like to take credit for that, actually. When I
Gosh,
think
dude,
about it.
I am
I'm sure
such
others
good.
did influence you, but I'd like to take full credit.
Such good stuff.
I didn't want it, you know that. But you took it, right? Boy, that shit you did in that field. Yes, you and me. Man, you took a page out of my book, Rick. Yeah, I'm glad you did it. You stepped up, brother.
I'm trying to talk.
It had to be me.
Trying to talk to Cuban.
Still has to be asked. You.
yeah.
That's where you wrong.
Before they kick us off again.
Yeah.
Has to be me. Yeah, that's right. The only way this gets done, right? I want you to think about how you bit that piece of shit filled out.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
The church with the red machete. That is what I'm talking about. That's the shit that I need from you, that I always knew you had in you. I knew you had it in you. Reckon it is time. You want answers? You want to know what this is all about? This right here? I asked you. You did ask. So now I'm going to tell you. And I want you to listen carefully. You got it?
Listen carefully now.
Yeah.
Kneel down. Dig deep. Find it, Rick. The rage, the hatred. Find it. The loyalty is in there. Find it. It's in there, Rick. It's the only way that this gets done, and this has to get done. You understand me? It has to.
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
You know, brother.
John Bernthal is so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
So good.
You need to forget that shit.
Come on, where is it?
You know something, Rick?
Ah,
Gosh, I love it.
yeah, when he said
Man.
that's how's my baby girl, that kind of that tells him that was his kid.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rick had even said something about it in the season at some point where he was pretty much sure that it wasn't his daughter, but it's still his daughter. And it was after Lori died and all that shit.
Yeah.
Somewhere after the prison and all that. And they're running to the sanctuary or whatever. I can't remember because it's been so long since I've seen it. But I just remember him, basically saying there's a good chance she's not even mine, but she's mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he was talking to Michonne or something, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Like,
I kind of remember.
I remember
that
bits
too.
of the scene, but I can't remember exactly.
Mm-mm.
Well, damn.
Good stuff, man. If you have an opportunity to get caught up, you need to get caught up.
Yeah, I got to finish this boys first, and then I'll get on that. I'll probably be up till 7, 8 o'clock in the morning watching the boys tonight.
Well, at least the boys is technically done for right now. So
Well, didn't
then
they
you
sign
know
for season 3?
yeah, but I'm just saying like the season's up.
Okay. Yeah.
Like all you got to do is pay attention. All you got to do is just finish up.
Yeah.
You got to worry.
Well,
about that.
we watched the 2 seasons of Cobra Kai. It's kind of cheesy, but I love it too.
I respect Cobra Kai, but I have no interest in it.
Oh man, I loved it.
I know a lot of people love it, and a lot of people love the Karate Kid and all that stuff. I just have no desire for it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the first bit, season 1.
Yeah.
Seeing Johnny all these years later and everything, pulling a groin when he starts kicking the kids' ass and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of that franchise that seems they're just beating with a dead horse to make more money.
Yeah. Well, I kind of enjoyed it because I could enjoy it with my family, but I did enjoy it for the nostalgia of it, the first season, and then just the second season to me, it just took a whole new turn for me, and I loved it.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's just
because I didn't see what happening.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought it was too family orientated. Well, not really that, but just too soft to go where it went at first.
I mean, I love the ending. He throws the phone and then Allie calls.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. Accepted the Facebook friend request.
Accepted
In fact, he didn't know what Facebook was, and he loses everything again. And
I was telling my wife that as I was watching The Boys, where she screws Homelander. I'm like, that's Karate Kid's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Like, wait a minute.
How is she going?
Well, you knew she had to die in The Boys so she could come back for season 3 of Cobra Kai.
Exactly.
Wait, who?
The Cobra Kai's Allie. I don't know the actress's name. The one that's in charge of Vault.
In season 1, the one that fucks
Boys,
Homelander.
She
the
fucks
one
Homelander.
Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth
Shue. Thank you, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when she fucked Homelander, I was like, that's Karate Kid's girlfriend. She can't do that.
When he zapped her in the face and melted her eyes and shit and killed her, I was like, well, she's got to die because she's going to have a guest spot on, whatever season 3 of Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Well, then when he drank the breast milk in the season 2 episode 1, that was net. What the fuck?
Have you seen Doppelganger yet in season 2 yet, Chad?
I just finished episode 1 right before we got on.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, they'll tell me that. Well, you can. I'll still watch it.
No, I mean it's just.
No, we'll wait. You've got till next week to be caught up because then all spoilers are coming out. I'm assuming.
I'm coming. I'll be done with it tomorrow.
Your homework assignment is.
No, I'm so hooked. I'll be done with it tomorrow.
Well, the good news is it's only 8 episodes. That's the one thing I like about The Boys. Season 1, 8 episodes. Season 2, 8 episodes. I mean, it sucks in the aspect of like now there's nothing to watch on Fridays, but at least we're through it.
It wasn't so long where you get bored with it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so fast where it was, it was like, oh man. I mean, it did leave me wanting more, but it wasn't so fast that it was like, and as soon as I seen the last episode of season 1, I text Seth, the bitch is still alive.
Yeah. I was listening to Mahler, which there's a YouTuber named Mahler who put out a review.
You're joshing us, aren't you?
No. He put out a review about it, the Boys season 2 ending.
Mm-hmm.
He ripped that show to shreds.
I didn't like it?
No.
Man, I enjoyed it. What about you? Did you like it?
I loved it until I listened to his review.
Well, see, did you read the comics?
No.
So you're watching it like I didn't read the comics either. I'm watching it just off the show base because I knew of you, but you knew this was off comics, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So see, I didn't until today. I really didn't until today, till I Googled something about it and I saw the comics.
Okay. So 2 of you didn't know. You knew. Well, Lape, you're not really watching it, so don't worry about it. So yeah, like I knew that ahead of time, and I haven't read any of the comics. I'm not worried about it. I judge the show as the show is, just based off show. I don't know anything about the kind. I don't know anything about what Mahler said because I didn't watch it.
I just put it in a private chat, but they didn't read the comics either.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, there were bits and pieces of it where it's like, for a series finale, because like I had my own speculations. Who is it that is said causing the heads to explode? Who is it that And this is without giving spoilers as much as possible.
Right?
No, go ahead.
No. I mean, I'm not going to out shit because y'all ain't watched it yet. And I can say these things. When it happens, then you'll know what I was talking about. But so like I'm watching it and I'm thinking. That moment where Homelander's son is claustrophobic and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I want to see people's heads explode. I'm like, that would be so phenomenal if it's Homelander's son that's doing it by watching TV and he's not supposed to be watching TV and shit. And of course, that's not what happened. But so like there were bits and pieces where I was thinking, but I didn't think it was going to go the way it went at all.
Yeah.
I seen that one bitch's head blow up. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Poor you gets covered in blood every time somebody gets killed. Have y'all noticed that?
yeah.
Who?
Oh yeah.
The kid, the one dating Starlight.
You.
He blew up the guy's
Huey?
ass.
Huey.
You.
Yeah.
He's covered in
Well,
blood
kinda
when he blows up
Ash,
his
Ash in The Walking Dead, he has to be covered in blood.
ass. Yeah,
It's
always
it's that genre of blood and guts and shit all over.
That CIA's
I gotta
lady
go let the
head blew
dogs
up.
out. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, but yeah, that's my thing. Like we don't know, up to the last episode, it's like, man, who the hell is causing these people's head to explode? And then there's a spot where, and this isn't really a spoiler, but Homelander's son basically has, a panic attack or whatever. So in my mind, I'm like waiting to see people's heads explode and shit, right? Because I'm like, this would be awesome.
Right.
And then later on, you find out that it had nothing to do with him. Like I said, this is spoiler. This is just what I was thinking as I watched it. Like, how epic would it be that it's Homelander's son that's causing these people's heads to explode?
Yeah, but that wouldn't have explained the CIA lady in the first episode.
Yeah, but I mean, it still would have been fun.
Yeah,
But when what's her name broke the dude's hands,
Yeah,
that
Starlight or yeah,
on top of the building,
Mhm.
like snaps his hands.
Oh,
My only thing is, what is her powers?
Hands?
What is her powers? Is it like that electricity, or she got super strength too?
are you talking about Stormfront?
Stormfront.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, with what's her name's brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
But does she have super
Tell me-
strength too?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. See, her skill set is so jacked up. Like she is part of the reason why Mahler and them said that season 2 really doesn't make a lot of sense, is because they've messed around with her so much that it's like, at what point does she become like OP, overpowered, and like.
Yeah, but we noticed that part because they haven't seen it yet. When the giggity giggity boom boom happens, she can take a lot of shit. But and you guys, I hope that giggity giggity boom boom stays in your head till you see what I'm talking about, and then you go, that motherfucker. That is so funny. I hope that when you see giggity giggity boom boom, you'll be like, motherfucker. But so I mean, in the comics, she was a guy. So like, I know bits and pieces from the comics because I got a buddy that had read them. And that was his first bitch about it right away. Was he's like, well, they changed it from the comic, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm still enjoying. I felt the gore factor was way more in this season than the previous season, and I was okay with it.
And that's
Well,
crazy.
see-
The first season gore factor is unbelievable.
Yep. Well, wait till
but-
you see the rest of this season.
Yeah.
Would it
it's
bother
pretty
y'all
intense.
if Rick was if in the comic books he was still a boy, but they changed him to a girl in the movie, the series? Would that bother y'all?
Huh?
If they changed Rick to a girl in the series, would it have bothered y'all?
And Walking
Not
Dead
the
or
comic
the
book,
boys?
but the series.
You talking about Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
That-
make no sense.
Or if they the governor or anything, if they changed one of the main characters from a boy to a girl, I don't know.
It just depends because keep in mind, in The Walking Dead, Rick's only supposed to have one arm. One
Yeah,
hand.
the whole time. Yeah.
That's
and-
true.
In the entire series, he's got both of them, and never once did I hear somebody complain about that. Now I know what you're saying. It's like, let's say you take one of the main characters, but then again, one of your main characters is Daryl, who wasn't even in the comics. So, granted, it's not a gender switch for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
But when it came
Well,
to
the biggest gender swap thing that I can recall from the comics to the show was the original leader of Alexandria. In the TV show, it was that lady. Crap, what's her name?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, it was her and her husband, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was the original.
Right.
Crap, his name was Reginald or something. Deanna.
Deanna. Yeah.
Diana. Yeah.
All right. Now in the comics, it was Regina and Doug.
You're
Douglas.
right. Yeah.
And because Douglas was the leader and Regina was his wife, and then in the show, Deanna was the leader and Reginald was a architect.
Right. But Douglas was in the show too as something, wasn't he? Didn't they bring Douglas in for a little bit?
I'm not sure. I don't really think that he played a big enough part to matter.
Yeah. Do something for me right now in The Boys. What is the Asian girl's superpower? The one they find and locked up in that.
She's indestructible, basically.
Well, yeah, I noticed that, but I mean, did she have? I mean, I know she's looking for her brother, right? That's going to be part of season 2, looking for her brother.
Yeah, they find him.
They find him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is she kind of like the one with the black suit, where you don't see him much? Like
Yeah,
you don't talk or
the
nothing?
Japanese girl.
No, I'm talking about the dude. Is that like her power is the same as his?
Just kind of a badass. That's
Hey, in the first 3 episodes, you'll find out about her brother.
Okay, is it Black Noir?
No.
Oh, okay, because you didn't.
But
see much of
goddamn,
him in
was that a
episode
great
1.
way for them to take him out? I must say, you guys don't know, but Seth does. I'm sorry, but the way that happened and what they did, I loved it.
I love
David
the part
Applegate
when he
says
kills
her power is
he cuts that guy's head off and he takes the little rabbit to the little boy.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
What did you say, Seth?
David Applegate said that her power is strength and durability.
Okay.
Like she's like a hunter.
Yeah.
A soup hunter.
I figured she was just a badass kind of, just like rages and kills people, but I didn't know if there was something special to her or I know Frenchie really liked her.
If an adult takes that stuff they give to babies, do they get superpowers?
No, they blow up.
Yeah.
Really?
I Googled that. I was like, why doesn't everybody take the compound V?
Well, because they don't want everybody to know that's how superheroes are made.
Well, right. But like when Yui and them find it, I'm like, why don't they just inject it? So I Googled it a little bit, and then I seen, this is a comic book, first of all. And then,
David Applegate says that she's pretty much a female Wolverine without the claws.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do like how they kind of make fun of different Marvel and DC people in this too. If you've noticed some of the hints, like when I was watching this when the first episode of season 2, where he's the black guy's talking to Homelander, and he explains how they first started with Compound B, and it was a super trooper. So they're kind of making fun of Captain America,
Well, there was speaking of the X-Men, they do you remember the Iceman?
Yeah.
He's in it in the show. You'll see him later.
Okay.
But he's not Iceman, he's called Lamplighter, and he deals fire.
Okay, yeah, because he was the first one kicked out of the 7 or retired from the 7 when they brought in Starlight in season 1, Lamplighter.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, that's the reason why they brought in Starlight, is Lamplighter retired.
Ah. Well, I didn't recall that. So
because they show like a picture of him with a torch or something in his hand.
Yeah. Well, that makes
like a
sense.
pitchfork on fire or something. Yeah.
But yeah, he comes back in season 2.
Okay.
So
yeah, they never actually show him. They just talk about him.
Yeah, well, he'll come back in. But it's the same guy that played Iceman in X-Men.
And he played the guy that could separate himself in Smallville.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
It's the damn brothers, the twin brothers. I can't think of his name now. But yeah. Yep, he was in Smallville as well.
Awesome.
I like that show.
Oh, I like that show too.
I watched the first season of it and I enjoyed it. I just never caught up, never watched it anymore after that.
I'd like to find it like on
Is it on Netflix or nothing?
I think it's on Hulu.
Hulu?
Everything used to be on Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Yeah. Now the bad part is if you go and you get one of them the URL scrambler, what is it? And you change your location to another country, you get all them back. You get
Damn
Family
America.
Guy on Netflix. You get the South Park on Netflix. But it's still in English because you set your language to English still.
Right.
Coming soon, another Captain America. David Applegate.
Because if you go to another country, they still have all that's been on there. They haven't taken nothing off. It's just in the U.S.
So have y'all speaking of, I'm sorry, go ahead. Are you
Oh,
finished?
you're fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Something that got brought to
If
my
not, you are
attention.
now.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It was,
bro.
like, it was one of those
Funny
things
enough,
where it was on the tip of my tongue with when David Applegate said coming soon another Captain America. So Mahler and them, and if you click in the private chat, that link I sent you is their season finale like review. That's what they it's like 3 hours long. They talk about their issues with season 2.
Okay.
But he said that, he was like, he told the end of the comics of how they kill Homelander.
It's got to do with his dick, doesn't it?
No, but
Oh.
did you hear? Do y'all know how like Homelander dies?
Uh-uh.
Do y'all want to know?
Yes.
Sure.
Apparently Black Noir kills him,
Really?
and then it comes to find out Black Noir is a failed clone of Homelander.
Oh.
Ooh.
How
See, I
crazy is
said
that?
the reason I said his dick is because they shoved the bomb up Translucent's ass,
Yeah,
and in one episode they're talking about weaknesses. Well, a couple scenes later, that's when he screws Karate Kid's girlfriend.
Right.
And it's like when she sits on his dick, I thought, okay, she's got superpowers with her thing.
For
Or
JJ.
for JJ, or that's his weak point because he goes instantly, you know what I mean? So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, they shoved the bomb up Translucent's ass. Why wouldn't this be his weak point as his dick? Because then in season 2 they show the guy and he's like, you want to cut my dick off for $1,000?
Right.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you can take it home too.
Yeah.
Adam, you remember at the end there was one scene that felt really out of place. Had to do with Homelander.
Oh, at the very, very end, I love the very
On
very
the edge of the building.
Yeah.
That was
I was just waiting on a cum shot.
that was cut out of season 1. They just copied and pasted that in.
Nice.
Amazon would not allow that scene to be played. They said we love the show, but you must take that out. That was taken out of, I forget which episode, but it was right when what's her name? Stillwater.
Mhm.
Yeah, Stillwell.
Tells him that he can't do something.
Gotcha.
And it's supposed to be immediately after that episode or that scene. He's like, I do whatever I want. And like,
Yeah, I remember that.
he goes and stands up on the building. It was so funny.
Hell yeah, I
Did
thought it was
y'all-
hilarious. I seen it and I was dying. I was like, oh my goodness.
Did y'all notice when Trump in the debate a week ago or so, where he made his little sex joke with Biden? The lady said, please let him finish. And Biden says he doesn't know how to finish. And Trump says, yeah, I do. Or you'd be surprised.
Golly, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Someone put it as a meme on Facebook and I started dying.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
When you see stuff like that, you got to send it to me, man.
Yeah, the guy said, he said, President Trump, please let him finish. Biden says he doesn't know how to finish. Trump said, you'd be surprised. With like a little smirk on his face. I was like, that's awesome.
I love Trump. He is something else.
Yeah.
So in season 1, episode 7, it was to be the end. Yeah, it was right there at the end of that. He was supposed to be up on top of a building, doing his happy dance.
I just got laid.
No, he was saying, I could do whatever I
Yeah.
want. I could do whatever I want. I could do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Yep. He's something else, man. I tell you what, Homelander. But, that I feel like they can't make up their mind on what they want to do with Homelander.
Yeah.
True.
But the guy
He's
who's playing
either
Homelander
stupid-
is the guy who's playing him plays him perfect.
Oh yeah,
And see that he's just an arrogant prick.
but
Well, season 1 to
He's
season 2, everything changes. Like season 1, it's all about their scores and all that stuff, and that's
Right.
what he's worried about, and the people loving him. And they do kind of bring that back around in this season, which you guys will see shortly. But he has definitely changed, so you can understand the concept of they don't want the boy to not be raised by the mom, so he doesn't turn into another Homelander.
Right.
Now I figured
and
the way
they hinted to that
Homelander
in
would
season
die.
1. They hinted to that in season 1 when he was talking to the guy who invented or who made him.
Yeah.
And he said everybody that I raised without a mother turned out to be violent and whatever he said.
Yep.
well, what did you guys think about when Homelander let that plane go down?
That was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. Then when everybody's come forward, he was like, "I'll laser you."
Showed
He
how big of
loves
an
using that
asshole he
laser.
really was.
Yeah,
That
and
was
then episode 1 of season 2, I can see what you're saying, Adam, was when he's talking to the CEO or whatever he is. He says, "You think supers are our main product? That you're not even close."
Mhm.
And you can see what you're saying. I kind of see that's where it's setting him up for starting to change a little bit, I guess.
Oh, big time. Big time. And I mean, I feel they did it flawless. I thought, when I first was watching it too, I thought the only thing that would, so back to Homelander's death, I figured it would be from his son. Like the kid would be able to, especially, when he's, he's my son, he can do all the things I can, and then he can't, but he can. So it's like, oh, okay. So it's like, all right, cool. So I'm like, oh man, I'm wondering if this is how Homelander dies, because as far as I can tell, it's like every time they've tried to kill Homelander via the enemies of America and whatnot, they have spectacularly failed.
Right.
I wonder if he had a son in the comics.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he had a son. I don't know. I mean, it seems the comics was, like I said, they switched the guy to a girl, but Homelander was a clone of him, I guess, from the comics. So it's like, oh, okay. So I mean, it's all kinds of cloning and all this other kind of crazy shit that's mixed in. Then you got Gus Fring saying, you think we create superheroes? No, we're a pharmaceutical company.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So I mean,
tell
it's
me this:
literally that on top of it.
Which Butcher and his wife, do they reconcile at all?
You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see.
Because when he comes back at the
ride,
end of
boys,
episode,
you got to get through it.
What was
when he
the
comes
question?
in episode 1, and he says, "Daddy's home." I about lost it, bro. That was funny shit.
Oh yeah, but what was your original question?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Well, it does the wife, when he sees the wife at the end of season 1, then nothing happens between them in season 2, episode 1. I'm wondering, are they back together? Are they not back together?
That's why I said you'll see.
Yeah, you'll see.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm being honest with him, bro. That's why I was like, you'll see, man. It's
Well, I
one
just
of those
didn't.
you
I
gotta
just
wait
didn't
for.
question.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it. No offense, I can't wait to get off and go watch the next episode.
Oh.
Well, up yours too. No,
Yeah.
up yours with a rubber hose.
So I found out how Black Noir killed Homelander.
How?
All right, so it's like it was somebody just recapping. It was like a sentence, and it just says Homelander tries to kill Black Noir but ends up failing as Black Noir kills him by breaking his jaw and opening his face.
Okay, he does that in episode 1 of season 2 to somebody.
Yep.
He grabs their jaw and rips their face open.
Yep. One of
Oh,
the
yeah, he
opening
does.
moment
Oh.
kills, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
So that's how Black Noir kills Homelander.
See, they didn't bring Black Noir in too much during season 1.
No.
You saw him a couple times and had no clue what he was
And
until.
I mean, realistically though, in season 2, all he is a fixer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's what he does in the first episode. He goes after that guy that explodes
Yeah.
over in Afghanistan or wherever it was.
When they do the zoom in on his face and then it comes back to it zooms out and it shows him carrying the head. I was like, oh
Yeah, that's when he plays with the bunny.
Mhm.
I guess that kid's son. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great show. Why don't make more of them like that? I don't know.
So it turns out the only way to kill Homelander is by using Homelander himself in a way.
Right. I like it.
Huh.
I'm down with it.
Like,
I
I'm
swear
just
I would have
searching
bet
up.
it was his pecker. I was betting it was his pecker. Told my wife that's his weak spot is his dick.
So I thought if you had the superpowers, you couldn't reproduce. How did Homelander?
Well, that's what they said in the episode where he was talking to that guy.
Yeah,
He
he
said,
didn't
"We
think
don't
that
know."
they could reproduce
Yeah,
because that
he
was
says,
human
"We-
error.
Right.
if
We
you
don't know
will.
how you did it, but nature finds a way. That's what that guy said.
Mm-hmm. Surprise.
That's called magic.
Yeah. And they have the best name for the black guy in there, Mother's Milk. That's the greatest name of anybody in any comic book or TV show I've ever heard.
That dude's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I figured that the titty milk would be what killed him. Drown him in titty milk.
When he starts licking it like it's a nipple and then through, I was like, this is fucking gross. I couldn't handle it. And I did see where they brought in Stormfront, so she has a big part in the second season.
Yeah. Like I said, Stormfront was one of the characters that was changed, and some people were complaining about it, and I'm just like, I don't care.
Well, the Deep, I love the Deep. I don't know why they sent him off. He was great. He was just a pervert.
Man, and that's another thing. If you really just look at the Deep story, like it's nothing but just a joke this whole season.
Well, that girl slams him on the couch and starts fingering his gills. Like, you like it when I finger your gills? That was classic.
Stop.
That's so awkward. What really made me mad was that they used what's his name, pedophile dude, Oswald, Patton Oswald.
Oh, his voice is the gills.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
what?
the pedophile dude.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of pedophiles, the I See Dead People kid, when he smashes his head on the sink over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Name Memoir or whatever it was. That was
classic. Dude. How long did it take you to realize that was the I See Dead People kid?
Well, I noticed it right off the bat because I seen him in something else, and I remember him as the I See Dead People kid.
I See Dead People kid.
Yeah, Joel Osmond or whatever his name is.
When I seen that kid, I was like, he looks familiar, but I just can't place it.
Yeah, I seen him something else as an adult, and I think he was actually playing like a pedophile on like a SVU or something like that. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's the I See Dead People kid.
I See Dead People.
Now you are dead people.
Hey, what do you guys think about Yelp wanting to let people know that you if you're a racist?
Yelp?
Yeah.
The thing where you go and look at restaurants?
Yeah, now you have another option. You can Yelp review places and let them know that they're racist.
Go flip yourself.
Wow.
That's stupid.
All I can say is wow. Really?
Yeah, my response, I saw that and I was like, people still use Yelp? Yelp is still a thing? Okay.
They're just trying to stay relevant.
Y'all watch Hacksmith?
What's Packsmith?
Hacksmith.
Nope.
Well, they take movies, like mostly the Avenger movies and stuff, and they try to make the props real. Like they got an actual Iron Man helmet that has Jarvis in it.
And is those the same guys that make the hammer?
Yeah, they made the Thor hammer that way.
Oh, yeah, the Hacksmith.
Yeah.
He just made a lightsaber that actually looks, and it does just like a lightsaber. Now he's got to wear a backpack on that looks like the Ghostbusters that's hooked to, but I'm going to share it with y'all.
Cool.
Has anybody seen anything about the new Ghostbusters coming out? Is it the women again?
No.
Great.
So it's going
The
to be.
relaunch, man.
It's a relaunch. It's not the shitty women.
Well,
No,
I
shit,
think
women got
think it's
completely
gonna be like
discredited and it never happened
Yeah, thank
in the
God.
timeline.
in the preview, they were like, we haven't seen a ghost in over 20 years.
Yep. Erasing 2016.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's going to be more along the lines of like Ghostbusters 3.
Okay.
I just
Is
hope
it bringing
it's
back
not
some
like,
of the old actors?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Was
I
the
know-
Men in Black the new one good? I
No.
didn't see it.
No.
No, it sucked so bad.
I watched the first 20 minutes of it and turned it off.
My wife wanted to go see it, so we went to go see it, and it was awful.
You can't replace Will Smith in that role at all. Period.
Or Tommy Lee Jones.
Or Tommy Lee Jones.
What in the
Hell, for a
world?
matter of fact, you can't replace what's his name that played the younger Tommy Lee Jones.
Right.
It's just the new one's just stupid.
It was a falling wiener.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We did it. The world's first retractable plasma-based lightsaber. Now, obviously, we're going to have an amazing test video for this. We've got tons of stuff set up behind us to really put this through its paces, including cutting through a steel door.
What'd y'all think?
What was
I
that?
mean,
Just like a flame?
Keep going. Hello.
That's all that was.
Oh my gosh, Tommy, you and your dang TikTok.
Oh, I just like you should
TikTok.
actually talk to the people when they go
Damn it,
live.
Tommy!
It's not
Ain't
like
nothing to be ashamed
YouTube.
of, Tommy. My family, everybody in my family makes Tim watches TikTok.
Mine's basically all it talks about is the Trump stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah. TikTok. I bet your bitch watch. Dun, 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 dun. I tell you what, we had 2 weeks with no kids. It was nice around here. Not saying it ain't nice with them here, but me and my wife kind of reconnected and
I don't
refreshed.
think in the past 7 years have more than one day without kids.
Mine had a COVID scare, so they were with their mom, and I was like, "You can just watch them."
Oh,
I have full custody of
Understandable.
them, but I was like, "Spend 2 weeks with them." Then they were negative. They were negative because they were around one of the teachers that was positive for COVID at school. So
we had to send a guy that works with us. He just had a fever, but he said he wasn't feeling sick. He just felt warm. So we sent him last week to go get a test.
yeah,
I'm more worried with the fact we've got cold and flu season approaching, and how
Yeah.
many more fake numbers are we going to get of people that are actually just have the flu and they're going, "Oh, it's COVID-19."
Well,
It's not just that. If you called your work and said you're running a fever, they're going to make you take a test.
mm-hmm.
And then you're going to be out for at least 3 to 4 days.
Mhm.
Well, the other morning on USA Today or whatever that stuff is on in the mornings, they were talking about they're already throwing out, we're going to have a double pandemic this winter season, this flu season. Why are you going to say a double pandemic and throw that out there already?
Cause more fear.
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand it. Why not try to give the people hope?
Because the wrong guy's in the White House.
Ah,
Yeah, that's
ran
what they're
bad,
trying to
sorry.
say. Yeah.
So my friend posted on Facebook 2020 presidential campaign candidates. And it was like, just in case the mainstream media didn't tell you, we have 3 choices this year. That Joe Jorgensen.
Well, you got 4 if you vote for Kanye.
Yeah. But that Joe, what's her name? Jorgensen?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's the deal with her? She said something about reparations or something.
Oh God. The vice
we have to pay more.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on with the Libertarian Party. Because that is not a libertarian stance.
No.
And she's also open borders. So she's like the left wing of the Libertarian Party. She's like the Democrats who aren't quite communists. And that's not libertarianism at all. Libertarianism would be the exact opposite of that. So
no offense, but
you're a commie. Fuck off.
When you close these borders, we're going to find out how much we're going to miss our yards being mowed and concrete being mixed by other people.
Yep.
I shouldn't have said that. I apologize to all the pygmies.
Oh, Lordy day.
It's not your fault you're speaking the truth.
So, what do we want to do about a watch party?
Flip a
I'm
coin.
down. What'd he say?
I said flip a coin.
Something scary.
Oh, I know. There's this real scary movie. It's called The Last Jedi.
What is it? Coyote Ugly? The best horror movie of all time?
No, shit. I had to. I'm sorry.
The Last Jedi.
It's always, followed by The Rise of Soy Walker.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Well,
good news is we got a couple weeks to figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
anything else you guys want to talk about?
My Cash App is still open for donations.
We'll put a link of that in the description.
Yeah.
Channel Dad, you got anything?
Yeah, you've been quiet, late. Sorry, we've been talking.
I've just been listening. I don't watch Walking Dead, so
Don't watch Walking Dead. Don't watch The Boys. How about Rick and Morty?
No.
Never seen one episode of it.
Neither have I.
Ain't that the pickle guy? Rickle Pickle or whatever?
Rickle Pickle.
That's after my time, man.
Yeah. We're too old. We're too old for that. Channel Dad.
I tried to get into it. It's just not, man.
I thought it was funny when they were, trolling people about the Szechuan sauce that never existed. That was great.
What's up?
Well, it was
Wait,
all
what?
marketing, man.
It didn't exist?
No. That was
No, it's something that they came up with, and then they marketed it for a limited time only.
But it didn't exist back in the day, and the millennials thought, "Oh, we're missing out." And then eventually they finally made it, and then people were selling that stuff for like $300 a container on eBay.
Oh Jesus!
They were selling packets for like $30 and shit.
Yeah.
There was like a limited. So y'all know how many fast food restaurants you've got. It would be like one per state or one per city would actually get the actual Szechuan sauce.
Right.
That's what was so funny. It was all marketing. It was 110% marketing. We're going to create this shit and call it Szechuan sauce, how it was the bestest sauce ever, even though it didn't exist. And the millennials are going to want it so we can make it. And those dumb fuckers fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
And then they made it. So that's the funny part.
Yeah, because I can't remember how I found out. Someone was talking. I said, what? Well, I remember them. So they didn't have a Szechuan sauce back in the 80s. Now Saturday Night Live did a spoof commercial of McSushi. And they put it on a skewer. They put it on a chopstick, the four things, and dipped it in the four different sauces. And they may have had a Szechuan in that, but that's the only thing I was like. There was no Szechuan sauce back in the 80s. I mean, what the heck are these people talking about?
Szechuan.
And then I think McDonald's released the recipe or something too. But yeah,
for Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they released on the internet.
Lord.
Yeah. But because that's the thing, people were starting to hoard it, and then they released it so they can make their own, and that kind of put the market out of it. But no, I just been listening while I had to deal with the dogs for about 20 minutes, and then my daughter came home from work, and then I had to deal with my wife for a few minutes. So
I'm sorry. Like I had to deal with my wife for a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's all right, man.
My wife watches our episodes. I love her so much. I would love to deal with her. Just putting that out.
Oh, she watches them?
Oh, yeah. She watches them.
Oh.
Kids do too.
Hey, Alyssa. Hey, family.
They think we're YouTube famous.
All right.
Awesome.
Maybe someday.
Hey, if they'll just keep sharing us around on social media, maybe we will.
Yeah. My kids tell their friends, my dad's got a YouTube channel. No,
Well,
that's not what it is.
Tell them that they share it around.
Yep.
And don't forget to hit that like button.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
Oh my gosh. All right, I gotta share this last thing. This is so stupid. Oh, hang on it. Hang on, I gotta. Once it
While you're
reaches-
setting that up, I'll tell you one thing that's I know you guys ain't Disney fans like moi, but there's a lot of people out there right now pushing. I don't know if you guys know what Splash Mountain is. They're pushing it to be changed into a Black Panther mountain.
Oh yeah, I remember they started doing that after Chadwick died.
Well, they wanted it to be. It's based off of this thing they're calling racist because a slave tells a story of Brer Rabbit, whatever. So Disney, before all that started, said, "Well, we already planned on changing it to the new movie, The Frog and the Princess," and now people are saying, "Don't do that. Change it to Black Panther."
So they want to redo the Frog and the Princess again.
Say what?
They want to redo the Frog and the Princess again because they already released that a while ago.
Right? No, they're just turning this ride that they have in Disney World into The Frog and the Princess.
Okay, gotcha.
What it is now, yeah.
All right, so check this out. Vegan groups have been placing red roses in honor of the cows that gave their lives.
The dude eats has the rose on his table. It's great.
That is so dumb.
Oh yeah,
wait, yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
Dumbasses.
I hope they keep doing it, man. It makes a cheap rose for my wife.
Yeah, man.
And that too. Look what I bought you, honey.
As long as they're paying for the roses, not just going in the stores, grabbing them, and then putting them there.
They cut them out of their neighbor's yard because none of them have a job.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry to say, I could so see them doing that shit, just going up to the flower department and grabbing some flowers and then doing that. And it's like, hey, you didn't even pay for it, you cheap fuck.
You're probably right. That's when we was at Gettysburg. I can guarantee you, none of them people who were the BLM people, none of them had a job in Gettysburg unless they worked at a coffee shop. Besides that, there's no way anybody would hire any of them idiots.
True that. Well, that's the problem. They don't have jobs because they get paid to get shipped into those places.
Yeah.
That's what part of the problem is.
I mean, there's this one woman that had a fake vagina was talking about he's not going to grab my pussy. And I was like, my kids are standing right here.
Yeah.
My sons were like, this is great. I just took our 2 teenage sons. They were laughing their ass off at it.
Dad, we've heard about this, but we never thought we'd get to see real stupidity.
Yeah.
I thought it was a myth, Dad.
Oh, man, it was classic. They got to see how real protesting is right now. When the Trump supporter would start talking, they just start screaming at them. But when they were doing their chants, the Trump supporters were letting them do it. They weren't yelling back at them. And I said, this, kids, is what your generation is doing right now. You're not respecting your elders. You're not giving other people a chance to protest. It's all or nothing. There's no 50-50. There's no meet in the middle. It's what you want. You're going to enforce your will until we shut up and listen.
It's Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, little girl. I want my candy now, Daddy.
Yeah, exactly.
But I want it
So
now.
how do you think they did on the reboot?
Yep.
Of Charlie and Chocolate Factory. How do y'all think he did?
I liked it.
I did. I enjoyed it. It was different. I wouldn't compare it to the first one. The first one's classic. It's great. Gene Wilder is one of the great actors of any time. And honestly, a couple weeks ago, I was watching something about Gene Wilder, and half of that movie was scripted, and the other half of him and his actions and talking and like when they're in the boat and he's doing that chant and that speech, that's all him making that up as he goes. Like when he did the
But
flip.
the way they changed the Oompa Loompas was the only thing that really, truly bothered me.
It was just that one guy, wasn't it? They just that one Indian guy. They just kept reduplicating him over and over again. Yeah. That's what makes the first one great. It's perfect.
Oh, well, I mean, the original is the best. But I mean, the updated versions where you have, like the cow with the whipping for whipped cream, I mean,
right.
Shit in there that was done well. And I felt it was because I took all my kids to go see that, and they're in their mid-20s now. So they all liked it. And, it was that family movie deal.
Yeah.
And we all had a good time back then, and all the kids enjoyed it without having really seen the first one. They've seen
exactly
it on TV, but
as
not.
its own film. It stands well by itself.
I think so.
To the original, and that's what I'm saying. I enjoyed it, but the original, you just can't compare that to the original, or it won't stand up.
I got a challenge for you. One movie that you can't nitpick nothing on.
We should stop calling start.
That you cannot nitpick anything on.
You personally can't nitpick. You think it was perfect, nothing can change.
Star Wars.
In the original?
Original or newer one, either any kind of movie.
In the original Willy Wonka, I think is perfect. I can't nitpick nothing in it just because that's what I grew up on.
Mine was
perfect.
Red Dawn.
Speed.
Yeah.
The original.
Speed was good.
God, I love Speed.
Well, that's why you pay those high bills is to snip that coke off those hookers' titties.
Yeah.
But, okay, man. It's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Rick James, bitch.
Rick James, yeah. That's the greatest interview of all time.
Time in between the giggles.
You guys ever see that where Dave Chappelle's actually interviewing him? And
Yep.
Did you really do that? Well, I don't know. Cocaine, it's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine, man.
He said, I never put my dirty feet on Charlie Murphy's couch.
Yeah.
Okay. I did put my dirty feet on Charlie Murphy's couch. Cocaine, a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Yeah. That looked like the girl from Gettysburg.
Huh?
That looks like one of the girls that was in Gettysburg.
I know who she is from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know who she is, but that's what they all look like.
Yeah.
Pink hair, half their head shaved. Looks like they ain't been to a beautician in years.
Yeah.
Ain't showered in a while.
Yeah, that's the...
Oh, extra skanky.
Yeah. That's where the flies came from.
That fly was great.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I said, look, there's a fly. And she said, nobody cares about that. 5 minutes later, it's everything on Facebook's about that fucking fly.
Well, my whole thing is, it's probably happened before, but where his hair is so white, it was so noticeable.
Yeah, and I'd be afraid to touch his hair. It looks like it was going to fall off. It looks so perfect. I mean, I ain't trying to make fun of our vice president. God bless him. But that hair of Mike Pence is just perfect.
Hey, look here. Hey, you remember that time you sided with Jesse Smollett?
That was awesome.
And it turned out it was a hate crime, was fake. And then everybody else found out that your family owned slaves.
That was awesome. Chris Farley.
Awesome.
Are you old enough to know Chris Farley that
Yeah.
well? Okay. He was a great one, man.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he died before my time.
Right. But I didn't know if you've seen any of his Tommy
Oh yeah,
Boy
my dad made sure that I watched
good
movies.
Him and Belushi are two guys that if they would have never died, you wonder how far they would have went. They were great.
They would have been part of cancel culture now, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Y'all remember what was that comedian? The one that played Mrs. Doubtfire. I can't think of his name right now.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Now you know, in one movie he did blackface.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, we used to have an employee at work that was far, far left. So he was full Black Lives Matter and everything. And he goes, well, we gave him a pass. I was like, well, if it offends you as much as you say it does, then why is it okay to get passes?
Well, the comics from our day, from me, Adam, and Channel Dad's day, could not make it in today's time. Sammy Kinison. Yeah, Sammy Kinison. I mean, even the black comedians, they wouldn't make it nowadays.
For fuck's sake, Richard Pryor couldn't make it in today's society.
No, people are too soft. They end up getting hurt and crying. It's just, I mean, Sam Kinison, you couldn't have that nowadays. Just him yelling would hurt somebody's feelings.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, you are correct.
Yeah. Jim Carrey was on Howard Stern one day, and he told a great story about, what was his name? You know, they give me no respect.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. And he said, you know, they asked him, how would Rodney do in today's time? And he said he wouldn't make it. And they asked him why. He said, because he was too hard for this generation. They wouldn't understand it because he would hurt so many people's feelings. Because he talked about gays. He talked about blacks. He talked about whites. And it would just be too much for this generation. And he would end up just being a pariah of society because of it.
That is not a joke, though.
Yeah.
That's
I think we're all too sensitive.
Yeah.
The old generation, they would have laughed about stuff that we cry about.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, both sides. I'm talking in general, no matter which party you are.
Yeah.
They would have laughed about it. And just say y'all are stupid. My grandpa was like that. Stuff that would have hurt someone's feelings nowadays, it wouldn't have touched him.
Well, it's like Dolly Parton just said. They asked her who she supported, and she said, I ain't dumb enough to answer that question.
Damn right.
And they said, why won't you answer that question? She said, and she got into, you know, she was being, I love my fans. I don't want to separate any of my fans, blah, blah. But she also said, these times, the people like me should not be telling other people who to vote for because this generation is too moldable. Dolly Parton's dumbass said that.
Look, at the end of the day, and here's what this is what this really tells you, okay? Does The Rock need money? No. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Now listen, man's got money. We know this, right? But you know he got paid to back Biden. He got a paycheck. I mean, it's just facts. He did get paid. And I got nothing against that. Man got paid. But I don't give a shit what The Rock thinks when it comes to his political party. You know, I like him as an actor. I liked him as an entertainer in wrestling and all that. But for me, knowing that he went ahead and sold out to that party, yeah, that makes me go, I don't care. I'm not now your book. I wasn't going to buy it anyway, but now I definitely not going to buy it because to me, them motherfuckers are evil. So, and that's just my point of view. So you take people with the other point of view that they love him because of that. Now they're going to buy all his shit. So no matter how you look at it, even as old as I am, you know, sure this generation is very, very much under that microscope of who says what, and this is how I'm going to base everything on. And even, us being older, we can be the same way. But at the end of the day, I don't care who you're voting for because, there were things that we used to say, things you don't do on a date or when you're meeting somebody's families, talk religion or talk fucking politics.
Yeah.
Those are like the top two fucking things.
Someone said the other day, and it's true. Actors need to act. Athletes need to be athletes. Plumbers need to be plumbers. Carpenters need to be carpenters. Let politicians do the talking when it comes to politics.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, my whole thing about it is we pay you to dance, nothing else.
Exactly.
Dance for us. That's all we want. Dance monkey.
Damn right. And it's just it. I can respect Dolly saying that though. Like she didn't take money from either party. And let's face it, she could probably use a little bit of extra money for another, help support them big old titties. But the bras cannot be cheap, yo. But I mean, honestly, I'll put all joking aside, I have more respect for her saying that, hey, look, no, it's because at the end of the day, that is a right you have, and you don't have to share it with anybody. I don't have to share with you guys that I'm voting for Trump, that I voted for him before, or the fact I did vote for Obama. I voted different parties.
But that makes you think in your mind. Any celebrity that's voting for Biden, they speak their mind. Anybody that's voting for Trump, that's kind of what they say.
Because you can't vote for Trump. You can't say you're going to vote for Trump or you'll be attacked.
Yeah.
I mean, plain and simple.
Yeah. And
I wore a Trump 2020 hat out, and I thought people were going to fight me over it.
Right.
My father-in-law wears his Trump 2020 mask, and people want to argue with him. He's like, look, I ain't going to talk to you about it because you have no idea what you're talking about, first of all. Second of all, it's my right to wear it.
You know what I carry with Trump 2020? The hand grip on my pistol. I haven't heard anybody complain yet.
But if you ever read any of Dolly Parton's books or anything like that, or watch her interview, she's a very intelligent woman.
Oh yeah. She didn't get rich by sitting around being stupid.
No.
But she understands I'm an entertainer. I'm going to entertain. My opinion means nothing to you. And it's my opinion, so I don't want anybody trying to change it.
Yes.
I mean, she's smart like that. And I wish everybody would just, all these entertainers and athletes and actors, just shut up.
Yep. Like I said, I've got more respect for her just saying that, hey, look, I'm not going to tell you, shut the fuck up, leave me alone.
Yeah.
The fact that she did say that, the way the world is today, that even gives more meaning to the fact. It's not that, she's going to vote for Trump or, she's going to vote for Biden. She's flat out just saying no.
Yeah.
And to me, that's extremely respectful.
Well, she actually said too, people on this side pay my bills, people on that side pay my bills. So why am I going to alienate one side?
Who are we talking about?
Me right now? Dolly Parton.
Oh, I respect that. That's the way that Michael Jordan used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Used to be.
Now
a lot of celebrities used to be that way.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I said, back in the day, you were told not to talk about certain things, and that was one of them.
Truth be told, they don't. Truth be told, they can't all be that really stupid. I think that they have to toe a company line to get roles, to get paid. So.
Yep.
At the same time, if a big celebrity did say they support Trump, you wouldn't hear about it.
Oh, no. They'd be shunned.
Or they wouldn't be an actor or whatever they are anymore. They just wouldn't be around.
Yeah,
they would be attacked.
You should see how many times James Woods has been censored on Twitter because of his support. Kirstie Alley's another one. She's still liberal, but she knows it's kind of like what was his name? He died. He was in some of those mafia movies. I'll think of his name eventually. But when Clinton got elected, he got all upset when there were jets flying over, and then he realized, these are our jets. And then after 9/11, I think it was when Bush got reelected in 2004, he was actually speaking at the Republican National Convention, and he was still a Democrat, but he's like, look, my party isn't taking this threat seriously. And that was part of why he was supporting. I can't remember the guy's name, but that's some of these people. James Woods might be slightly conservative, I guess, but Kirstie Alley isn't. And it's like, she gets what's going on, and and people give her crap for it all the time.
Well, Tim Allen, as soon as he announced that he was voting for Trump, they shut down his show. What happens? Another company picks it up, and then Disney buys out that company. I mean, that man can't get a break.
Yeah. But what all these young punk kids don't understand, half of them ain't even old enough to vote. But there's so many of these Trump supporters who are 35 and above that aren't talking. They don't say nothing. That's the vote you got to beat out. And you're not going to beat that vote out right now.
But why listen to somebody that doesn't have the same lifestyle as you? doesn't have the same struggles. Why would you want to vote for what they want to vote?
Because the issue is, it's kind of like the cool kid. They're voting with the cool kid is. It's kind of how I'm looking at it, because to me it doesn't make a lot of sense. In one statement, Donald Trump, and I'll sum this shit up real quick. It's real simple. Trump says, "Don't fear coronavirus. Go outside and live your life." Biden says, "We want more lockdowns and we want to give you more government assistance." When we ain't got shit for government assistance in the last 6 months to almost a year now.
Yeah.
And the last thing we need is more government in our healthcare, in our health insurance, in our daily lives. It's that simple of a political party platform to run off of, in my opinion, right there. I am not, you give illegals free healthcare, but charge me if I don't have healthcare, Democrats. And it's my tax dollars that pay you to charge me money to have insurance, but you give it to illegals and foreigners for free. There's something wrong with that whole aspect.
Yeah.
And not trying to get over political or anything. I'm just saying this is my point of view. So if I'm voting for the first time and I know these facts, I'm going to really question, well, wait a minute, what's in my best interest? Well, obviously not having to pay for health care, but give it away because I'm paying for you to get health care. Then I have to double charged.
Give it away now. Give it away.
That's right, man.
All these people are sheep. They see all these people out here protesting and they're just following them. They're not making their own mind. They're not getting the information. They're just following. They see there's a protest because of someone who got killed, and they're following that protest because it's a cool thing to do. I see it in my kids. They're like, well, why don't we protest it? Because we're not going to go out there with them idiots, first place. Second place, you don't know what the hell you're going to be protesting. You just want to go out there because there's a bunch of people out there yelling. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. They're following. They're not making their own opinion.
Right.
No, it's that old school saying again. Well, if so-and-so jumps in the river off a bridge onto a concrete, fucking 80-90 toll road, are you going to follow? And these motherfuckers are following.
Yep. It's all about the cool thing to do right now.
Yep. It is, sadly.
That's what bothers me about it is that people are dumb enough. You guys there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It started sounding weird, so I didn't know if it was free.
No, you're good, man.
Nah, but what bothers me about it is the people that just march to not be marching it anywhere in particular. And it's do you guys why are you marching at this part of town? Nobody that makes the rules is going to see this march.
And you know what? That's the funny thing. My wife says that. Why do they march after the buildings are shut down? Why aren't they marching in the middle of the day? That's when you should be marching, when people see it.
Yeah,
not when they see you out there looting and rioting in the middle of the night.
Chad, what cracks me up, these people, they started at Washington Park and they cut across Gainsborough and then went over to the police department. And it's nobody in the police department makes the rules.
Right.
How about why are you marching here? Carry on up to the mayor's house.
Yeah. Well, and the bad thing about it, and you guys might not like what I say here, but there's a point to be made with what you're saying, but you're not doing it right.
Right.
And you're turning it into something that it's actually not. And you're trying to punish good people because of a small few. And you're out here saying, oh, you're all bad, or only one side matters. This side don't really matter. And then when we say, well, yeah, it does, then you make up some, oh, well, if we don't matter, then why does all lives matter? Because you're being an idiot right now and you're not speaking the proper points. You're just coming out here because it's a cool thing to do. You look cool when you're screaming and yelling in a megaphone. You look cool holding a sign with your buddies. It's not the right way to do this. You know what I mean? It's not. And whether it's right or wrong, do it the right way. Go to the courthouse. Go to these meetings when they're, because you see it on TV here in Roanoke, when they have their meetings in the city and they have an open town hall, none of you show up.
Mm-hmm.
None of you do. But then the pussies here in fucking Roanoke won't stand up either and say, hey, you're wrong. This is what happens. But they're all like, oh, yeah. And that's why, I don't know. It just gets aggravating after a while of listening to the same broken record and you have no clue what you're talking about. Just like when they talk about Trump and things he says, they take a bleep out of a full speech that he says and said, oh, this is what he said. Actually, he was making a smart ass remark because of one of the reporters, and you're going to turn that into something, like that was a political statement when it wasn't.
Yeah. Well,
and then everybody blows up. Oh, well, Trump said this. And, like the whole grab the pussy thing. You guys have been in locker rooms, right?
Oh, yeah.
Channel Dad, you was in the military. We all as men talk like that in the locker room. And if there's one man that says he really doesn't,
he's
to
lying.
To a point you have. Now I know Seth probably hadn't talked about grabbing pussy. He's not that guy. But to a point you talked about women in a locker room or something like that. We've all done it. So sit down and shut up. Especially these guys out here saying, oh, I don't speak. Dude, you were just talking about a chick the other day, I bet you, $100. So shut up. Is it right? Is it right? Maybe not, but that's the way it is.
But my whole thing is, the thing that's bothering me some, and y'all might disagree, I'm tired of seeing these signs, heroes work here. They're getting paid.
Fucking
and
McDonald's.
My whole thing about it is, a hero did something for nothing. He overcame something or did something. They're taking the meaning of hero away.
Well, to me, you're taking away from these military men, these firefighters, these policemen who are the real heroes. And trying to.
Yeah, they're not doing it for the money or anything.
A nurse is a true hero. These people are out here putting themselves out in danger on purpose, voluntarily. Well, they're getting paid, but, to a certain point, they know they're facing danger. A McDonald's worker is not a hero.
No.
A McDonald's worker is getting paid. My son works at Kroger part-time. He's not a hero. He's a 16-year-old kid trying to make some money to buy a PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's the hero in the aspect that he's off his ass and he's working.
Well,
but it gives that. It goes back to everybody gets a trophy. Everybody's a hero.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't believe in that because then it prevents people from actually trying.
Well, that's what makes this country so soft is we started giving everybody a pat on the back for mediocre jobs. You get patted on the back for doing a half-ass job and you get a paycheck for it. When I was growing up, if you didn't win the damn game, your coach chewed your ass, told you what you did wrong, and you went to practice. Nowadays,
you got cut from the team.
Exactly. Yeah. Now it's just, and I'll bring this up, just like travel sports. My sons, a couple of my sons are pretty good in football. They get asked all the time, join this Roanoke travel sport, join this Roanoke travel football team. No. One reason is half the coaches on there are don't know shit about what they're talking about. And I'm not saying I do, but I know enough about football where I'm not going to send my kid out there, play 3 to 5 games in a weekend when the NFL won't even do that.
Right.
Because it's a dangerous sport. But every kid that tries out for a travel team, if you don't make it, you cry and whine and your daddy sets up another team. And then you play on that team and get your ass kicked for 2 or 3 years. And then your daddy gets kicked out of the president job. And then you got to go find another team. It's just the way it is. They bounce and bounce and bounce from travel teams. And it's just, it's making everybody soft. And then when I played travel baseball, you had one tournament. You showed up and everybody played in the same damn bracket. Now you have the platinum bracket, the gold bracket, the bronze bracket. Hell, in some tournaments, literally they have a 10 medal bracket. They call it the 10 bracket, meaning you suck. But we're going to let you play other teams that suck. And that makes our country so soft and so weak. It's horrible.
I guess Leib got mad.
Why?
He dipped off.
No.
I hope I didn't say nothing too awful.
No.
He don't have a kid in travel sports, does he?
Nah.
No, I'm almost positive that has got nothing to do with late Broncos.
Yeah.
But no, it's the fact that when I played, if you were really good, you played travel sports. Those kids didn't play rec ball. That was where everybody played. If you sucked, you put the kid out in right field and hope he didn't get hurt. Travel sports was for the good kids. Now, I know girls who are playing travel softball right now that my daughter would blow away. But we don't put her on travel teams because I don't want her playing 50 games a year. I want her to keep loving the sport. Right. Instead of getting burnt out. But you got girls out here who can't pitch the ball 20 miles an hour, getting home runs hit off of them, and their daddy's paying $1,000 a month to get them private lessons, and they're not getting any better. And you're just telling her, oh, you're good, you're good, you're going to be good, you're going to be. No, you're not. Pick swimming. Get better at that. Find your niche. Don't try to get better at something you're not going to get better at.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they create rec sports. I got two sons, who are autistic and not athletic at all. But they'll tell you everything about Star Wars right now that's going on in planets I've never even fucking heard of outside the movies, right? But if I put them on a baseball team, they're going to be horrible. So they love to play sports, though. They love to play baseball. They love to play basketball, but they're not the best at it. And they know this. But I pat them on the back and said, hey, man, go out there and give 100%. And if you can look at me at the end of the game and say, Dad, I tried my hardest, I'm happy for you. I'm glad for you. But I'm not going to hand you a trophy for it.
No.
Go out there and have fun. That's what rec sports is for. I'm not going to take them out there and put them on a travel team so they can play more baseball to try to get better when I know they're not. Because one, they like it, they don't love it. They like video games, they like computer work, they like Star Wars, they like that kind of thing. So they do that. And on the other hand, I got other kids who I can't get to sit down and play a video game with me. My son wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, my oldest son, every morning and runs 5 miles around our neighborhood because that's what he likes to do. He likes sports. He likes that competition. He craves off that. He has that killer instinct. My other two, and I can get in his ear and tell him he's a fucked up, you done fucked that play up, boy, get your ass back out and do it again. And he's going to respond. Now they're doing this to kids like my other two boys. If I did that too, they're going to break down and cry. But you got dads doing that to kids. And that's what turns these people soft. It's because they'll go out there and get their ass kicked and their dad saying, you ain't doing good enough. Or they'll go out there and get their ass kicked and get patted on the back. Hey, you did great. You played a great game. I don't care if the other team did. I don't care what you played a great game. I'm going to give you an award for it. No, tell them they did a good job. They tried hard. Get the fuck off the field.
Channel Dad said that y'all are having a good discussion. I need to go to bed. 2 thumbs up. Bye.
I didn't figure it was anything that we'd said. Past his bedtime. Poor old man.
He'll tell you if he disagrees with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But this whole give everybody a trophy, it's making everybody soft. You need to go back. We need to go back to the old times where when you got in trouble, your dad whipped your ass. He didn't take your Xbox. He didn't take your Nintendo back in. He just beat your ass. And you knew, I fucked up.
But like for me, I would get a whipping for a punishment. And then next thing I know, I turn around and my dad's like, you want to go get McDonald's, get a Happy Meal? Like we were friends after that. Like nothing happened.
The thing that hurt me the most is 2 times in my life, my dad looked at me and said he was disappointed.
Now, see, when I got that was worse than any whooping.
I would rather have my ass whipped. Even though I was 23 years old one time and was arrested for drinking and driving. And I wasn't driving. I was drinking in the passenger. The other guy was drinking and driving. And we were in an accident. My dad looked at me and said, I'm disappointed in you, Chad. 23 years old, and I melted like a popsicle in a hot sun. It killed me for months.
Right.
And to this day, I never got into a car with someone that had been drinking ever again because I learned my lesson. But now you got these assholes who are going out here drinking and driving, getting 3, 4, 5 DUIs, and they're not doing anything about it.
No.
When in the past, they'd throw your ass in jail for a couple of days and let you think about it.
Well,
now you got to get 3
we live
of them
in a
before
society where
we
give people excuses for why they did something.
Thank you.
They
That's
don't
the whole
own up
speech I
to what
just gave.
they've
That's
done.
perfect. That's the perfect way to put it. Thank you.
Society literally gives you, okay, you did this. Oh, this is why you did this. It's not because you did anything wrong.
Just for an example, there's a 14-year-old girl at Northside Middle School. She's pregnant. And they're throwing her a baby shower and inviting other students. When you were 14 years old, when I was 14 years old, you got pregnant, you got your ass sent out of the school and went to another school till you had the damn baby.
Yep.
You didn't walk around pregnant and proud. You're 14 years old. You're not supposed to be proud that you're pregnant. You know?
That's just like there's a Netflix series. It's about a guy that killed a man in Subway, and he got life in prison, but only had to serve 20 years. And it shows how his life is now. And 10 days after he getting out, he made up a story of why he killed him. Said the dude was like 6'4", and the other dude was like a real scrawny guy. And he said the dude tried to molest me.
Yeah.
You're 6'4".
First off, I'm a
And so
grown ass man.
people
You
all
try to
like-
touch my pecker, I'm going to shoot your ass. There ain't no discussion about it. I'm going to jail.
But the dude, this is the weird part. The dude was living with the other dude,
Right.
for a
Roommate.
year. And
You know, and that's all these people talk rape culture. You talk about that. All these girls talk rape culture. Well, you've made a rape culture because your guys are the ones running around yelling a fake rape because you had sex with a man and then you regretted it the next morning and you're going to run and say he raped me. No, he didn't. You had consensual sex and you feel bad about it. Now, that might be wrong to say. I'm just saying that because I've seen it happen to somebody I know, and it's wrong. And he spent time in jail. And then when it came out that she was lying, nothing happened to her because there's laws to protect her called victim laws, even though she wasn't a victim.
Yep.
see, I think if it's proven, like if he goes to jail and serves time, and then she comes clean, says it wasn't me that did it, sorry, you should have to pay the same time he
You
served.
should have to pay. You should be able to charge that girl with doing that. It's ridiculous. My buddy lost his life. He lost his job, his wife, his kids. And when it came out, he's still fighting to this day. And it's 12 years later, fighting to this day to get his name back. It's ridiculous.
It's sad what it is.
Maybe this ain't the show for that, but
But this is why I don't watch Lifetime. I swear, Lifetime hates men.
Yeah.
so does Hallmark Channel.
You watch 5 minutes of it, you hate yourself for being a man.
Yeah.
Like, I've never done that bad in my life, but for some reason I'm hating myself right now.
My wife loves Hallmark movies, but as watching the first 5 minutes of every movie, I can tell you what's going to happen because it's the same movie, just with different actors every time.
Yeah. Sometimes the same.
Exactly. They just
It's like
switch movies.
finding a needle in a haystack anymore to find something original.
Yep. Seth, you quiet.
I'm searching for parts.
He's searching for porn?
Parts.
Where's motorcycle?
Porn?
No, for my go
Shame
kart.
on you.
Oh, you got a go-kart now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're stretching that frame, ain't we?
Yeah, buddy.
A buddy
I
of
was
mine
already
was
talking
just-
to my dad about it. He said we should double the frame.
A buddy of mine was at Richmond International Speedway, and once a month, a company shows up with go-karts, and you can rent them, and they have actual races during the day.
That's cool.
And at the end of the day, they pick like the best 20 guys, and they race in one big race. And these
Tommy,
things were flying.
What did your dad say?
My dad said double frame it.
I need to just bring a thing down there to y'all so that y'all can just play with it.
Giggity.
Oh, yeah. I can do it
Y'all
at
got-
lunchtime. I can stretch that thing in a lunchtime. Like 30 minutes, I can stretch
Yeah.
it.
I mean, yeah, for real though, I can bring it down there anytime,
Yeah.
or I can bring it to your house or whatever. Because I mean, all I gotta do is I'm gonna yank the motor off and throw it in the trash because it's trash,
Yeah.
Where
The
do you get a
motor on it-
go-kart at?
huh?
Where do you find a go-kart?
Oh my gosh, dude! All right, so I bought this house back in April, and I was exploring out behind the garage was 2 go-kart frames.
Yeah.
One go-kart frame is a 2-seater, and it had a motor on it. So I grabbed it and started playing with it. The other one is just a single seat, and it doesn't have any wheels or motor or anything, just a frame. So I've got 2 go-kart frames that I'm playing with.
I can't wait till my kids get old and move out so I can start buying cool shit again.
But I found on Marketplace a 420cc Predator motor
Oh,
that a dude's got for sale. And see, that's normally a $400 motor.
yeah.
And
Shit.
it's on
And today's
marketplace
low
for
price is
175.
there you
Oh
go.
shit.
But I mean, I
Offer
could
150.
probably even talk it down more because I've known the dude for years. I mean, I've sold him wheels and tires and stuff. So I mean, I might be able to get it cheaper. I don't know.
Nice.
Well, I mean, you're getting a good deal even if you can get it at 150.
Right. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna talk him down to like nothing. I'm just
Yeah.
whatever.
145.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, dude, like that thing be lot. See, and plus it's a one wheel, like it's one of those like one wheel power. So we're gonna take it down to Tommy's and get it and weld up like a solid axle, and make it to spin both wheels.
Oh shit.
Like I think a drift car.
Yeah.
Do
When you get that done, you gotta let me ride it.
what, Tommy?
I can put an e-brake on it.
I mean, I don't need one because it's gonna be have enough power to just spin itself around. We need to do like a campfire, like a fire or something up here and get everybody up here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it sucks that Adam can't come.
I'm grounded till next year.
Yeah.
Me a buddy called me today. So you want to go play golf? I said, man, I spent my allowance money this week.
Hey, what we'll do is I'll bring my iPad and we'll get him to FaceTime on there.
Put him on a broomstick.
Campfire.
Hey, we'll put him on the. We'll you ride around on the go kart with the iPad.
Oh, yeah.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna get off here and go to bed.
Yeah, we're gonna end the show in the stream.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything you need to plug before we need to go?
Nope.
Super fan.
Giggity. Might be on Exiled Opinion a little bit later on tonight. If not, Jesse Miller. Tomorrow she'll be on Digital Pollution. Tuesday, with everything going on, should be on Red Pill 1776, along with Wednesday Digital Pollution. At some point in time in there, I should be on with Chef Carolyn as well. And who knows, maybe I'll get off my ass and meet up with my cobber, Mr. Peabody, and we'll do something on my channel. But that's pretty much it for now, folks.
Oh,
Man,
I gotta add one thing.
That Red Pill channel sounds awful familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Get an education there.
Yeah.
Good folks.
I gotta add one thing. I want to, if the podcasting dad watch this, I'm inviting one of y'all to come and watch a zombie movie during the Halloween watch party.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be talking with Justin about it.
Okay.
See what he has to say. So, yep. Anyway, folks, tomorrow morning, coffee and gaming, 6:30.
Oh, it's too fucking early.
What's the game?
We're gonna finish Uncharted.
I watched you
There you
play a little bit of that last week.
Yeah, we're gonna finish it up.
There you
So,
go.
should be about another 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Only 3 hours.
Woo.
Yep. So, anyway, all right, folks, have a good one. Bye bye.
Yep.